will remain ever pure, both in heart, in spirit, and on this very temporal flesh. This very effort to restore Biafra is founded on the irresistible principle of scrupulous cleanness, whiter than white and whiter than snow. Therefore, we are unrelenting. Therefore, we are not, by any stretch of the imagination, going to trade this very noble effort for some sham restructuring. What we are interested in is the restoration of Biafra, and that's exactly what we intend to do. Before we proceed, I must please remind you to be mindful of the fact that you need your pen and your paper ready. Without your pen and your paper, there is no way you can learn. We have come to lecture. We have come to address humanity. We have come that those who are blind may see, that those who hitherto we are born and raised in ignorance may become enlightened to understand their perilous state, to understand the hopelessness of Nigeria, and to do something about it, to extricate themselves from the hellhole that they find themselves in. This is Radio Biafra, and allow me to repeat that we are live and we are direct, and heaven is bearing us witness. That is a fact. There are those who may wish to stand upon what we have accomplished to perhaps relaunch their dead careers, but we can assure them that the path we have chosen is very arduous and very difficult. Only the pure at heart will be able to walk it. And that is exactly what this God-ordained IPOB is doing. Before we go any further, we must hand over our proceedings to heaven, to Chukwukika Biama Purumi, the creator of the heavens and this very earth. On this very New Year's Eve, the very last day of the year, according to Gregorian calendar, we must understand that. What we are in for today is adhering to Gregorian calendar. It is not the calendar of the ancients. We must always remember that. But all the same, considering that all the areas of the world touched, or should I say tainted, by Western influence, is observing it at the end of the year, and by virtue, we are obliged to do so. And we must pray to Chukwukika Biama, O Elohim in heaven, the giver of life and the giver of hope, you that have decreed that we will be alive in the land of the living to see this very day, not because we merit it, but because that is what only you have determined. We have come to the end of the year in the Gregorian calendar 2019. In all that we have been through, in all that we have endured, we give your name praise. We lift you up because there is no other like thee. In sickness and in health, we praise your holy name. In good times and in bad times, we adore thee. We remember those who are incarcerated. We remember those who were with us by this time last year who are no longer here. My parents amongst them. We remember those who have suffered, those who have lost limb, those who have lost a part of their body, those who are suffering, those who are in pain because of the restoration of Biafra. We are going through all this that your will may be fulfilled upon the lives of those that call upon thee morning, noon, and night, because we have no other than thee. There is no God elsewhere apart from thee. There is no other entity. There is no other befitting of praise and adulation except thee, O Elohim. You will listen to our prayers. You will deliver us from the hands of our enemies. You will hear us when we call upon thee. Although we mourn in our complaint and always complain and petition thee, because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked in the zoo called Nigeria, for they cast iniquity upon your children, and in wrath They hate those of us that speak the truth. Fearfulness and trembling have come upon some of your children, and horror has overtaken us. And we continue to say, oh, we wish we had wings like a dove, then we will disappear and leave all this Biafra restoration in the hands of those who are not worthy. But when, O Elohim, we wander off in our thoughts, we are lost in the wilderness, for only Thee can direct us back through the path of truth and righteousness, that we may seek Thee with clean conscience and a pure heart, so that Biafra may be restored. We will, O Elohim, escape the wind of evil in the zoo. For Biafra you have set apart as your own. You will destroy all those that have sought to destroy us in the past. You will destroy all those who are seeking to destroy your children. And all those who are seeking to divide us into South-South and Southeast, Niger Delta and the East. O Elohim, so will you divide their tongues. For we have seen violence in them, and we have seen their cities collapse. Horror shall befall them day and night. They will not know they are going out, nor they are coming in. For mischief and sorrow will dwell amongst them, because they harbor wickedness, deceit, and guile. For it was not an enemy from the north that we should fear, but those who are born within, or those that bear our names, those who sit and work for the enemy. All their work will come to nothing, for they will be destroyed. For we have devoted all that we are unto Thee. For only You, Elohim, is our hope. Only You, O Heavenly Father, have we sought refuge under. For the zoo will fall. Nigeria will be seized by death and destruction, and they cannot escape it. For You have heard our cries and our affliction. For You, only You, abideth by the word that cometh forth from Your mouth. For You have decreed that Biafra will come. And so we know, we hope, we pray, and we tirelessly work towards the restoration of Your kingdom upon the face of this very earth. Because the words of Your mouth are yea and amen. For You have proclaimed Biafra, so shall Biafra come in our time. For only You, Elohim, shall bring down into the pit of destruction the damnable zoological republic, that very Nigeria, bloody and deceitful, that You shall destroy in the days of the sons of men, like in our time, that Biafra may come, and Your name exalted, praised, adored, and worshipped. Forever and ever we pray. He said, this evening, as I said earlier, if you do not have your pen and paper, you are missing a lot. This is a lecture, not just a broadcast, but a lecture. This evening, we shall attempt to tell you about the origin, the genesis of the jihadi movement you have in Nigeria today. This very evening, or morning, or afternoon, or night, depending on where you are, you will come to the full realization that Nigeria is so hopeless that any attempt to sustain it will lead to further bloodshed, will lead to the jihadists gaining more foothold in the south. It will lead to the utter destruction of our way of life. It will mean that we will no longer exist as a people. Anybody championing or carrying this very burden of the preservation of one Nigeria, I can assure you they are working towards your destruction as a human being and as a race of people. This is the context. What I'm trying to do this evening is just a context so you can understand it. I will try not to be too grammatical because our grandmothers are listening. People who do not say English as their preferred language of communication, it is our responsibility and our duty to ensure that they grasp the essence of this very gospel this evening, because this is a gospel. A very important one at that. We need to build a better understanding of the mess we are all in and the desire of a supposedly Christian Britain. You must understand this. You must open your brain. You must open your mind. You must begin to digest what you are hearing this evening. This very gospel is important. Very, very important, because later on I will talk about what the president of Rwanda said about the way we reason. That is the only problem. But my happiness is now we are beginning to come alive. We are beginning to show signs of the ability to digest very complex information, analyze it, and be able to do something positive with it. You must understand that Britain is a Christian entity, supposedly. They colonized the place today you call Nigeria that never existed before. You all know this history. But tonight I want you to understand the implications of living inside something created by people who no longer worship God. What you're going through now in the zoo is a phase of slavery. It's very subtle, so you don't notice. It is the worst form of neo-colonialism. Britain cannot directly colonize to have access to our vast resources. What they did was they put a house nigger in charge, and they looked all around the zoo. They couldn't have picked Nnamdi Azikiwe because he's learned, albeit with his flaws. They couldn't have picked Awolowo because he was learned. They went to the north to hand over power to them, because they know that they are Lamajri, they are Janjaweed, they know they are jihadists, they know they are more preoccupied with implementing and fostering their primitive way of life on other people than to be concerned with the art of good governance. Art is A-R-T, please, not act. Art of good governance. You can never get it from them. We are going through a phase of slavery, using illiterate Muslim Al-Majri in the zoo to hold everybody down in bondage. I give you a very simple example before we proceed very quickly. I want you to please tell me in which world you inhabit. Will somebody like Onogen and all the learned people who are on the bench be relegated to the background and a Sharia judge appointed as the CJN? Somebody who cannot express himself, be it in Hausa or in English. Somebody who is not fluent, doesn't even understand the law. A chief justice of a secular, supposedly secular nation, or should I say a secular contraption, arguing for the inclusion of Sharia in the constitution, which means that he doesn't even understand the constitution of Nigeria, which I will explain later on. By merely introducing Sharia into Nigeria, for Obasanjo to allow the 12 Arewa core North states to introduce Sharia, what they have done effectively is to amend the constitution without going to the National Assembly. You must understand the importance and the critical nature of this very aspect of political development in Nigeria. For them to have Sharia without going through the legislature in Abuja means that they have already tampered with the constitution outside the provisions of that same constitution that kept mentioning Sharia. I'm only giving you a bit of background. So when we proceed, you can anchor what you hear on all these very critical pillars that I have mentioned just this very moment. What you have in Nigeria is an alien socio-political arrangement of which the only beneficiaries are Fulani Al-Majri. They are the direct beneficiaries of colonialism. You must understand this. Those who are benefiting from the years of slavery and suffering of the people of the South are the North. Britain never took Christianity to them. They refused. Boko Haram that you're seeing that says Western education is dangerous was exactly the same thing the North said to the white man when they first had contact. I'm sure that some of you are now familiar with the statements and pronouncements of Olusegun Obasanjo that said how, in fact, told all of you who were ignorant before, how many years it took for the British to subdue Biafrans. You must understand the importance of that very statement. What they did was, Britain had to leave Nigeria. But for Britain to retain their control, their influence, to still be colonizing Nigeria till this very moment, they needed a house nigger to do the job for them. And who are those house niggers? They are the Alamajiri Janjaweed, the Fulani feudal laws you have in the north. While they were busy mouthing Western education is dangerous, when they first met the British, I'm not talking about Boko Haram. This was what I'm trying to build this evening is for you to understand that terrorism, Fulanization, Islamization, they are all one and the same. Supported by the Fulani ruling class. You must understand this very well. This evening, I will unravel everything for the whole world to understand what is happening in that very zoo. While they were busy telling the white man then and people now that Western education is dangerous. After all, if it's not dangerous, why would they appoint an Alekali to come and become the CJN of Nigeria, Chief Justice of the Nation? His only experience in law is Sharia. They told you they don't need education. Buhari, when he was alive, was not educated. Of course, I concede sometimes he can speak a bit of English. If you can listen to him, that is. Or if you can hear what he's saying. No certificate, nothing whatsoever. The same thing with the CJM, because they told you that Western education is meaningless. They don't need it. And now they're proving it to you that it's not needed. Not just through terrorism, but by the appointments that they make on a daily basis. While they were busy mouthing their rubbish that Western education is dangerous, they were busy building and forging and enduring master-slave, house-nigger relationship with the British. Because the British, they know this very well, that the East will not bow. And to an extent, the West. They won't, because they're educated. That thing, you know, they know it. They went for the blind house niggers in the North and gave them leadership. That is why the current climate of violent Islamization that started with Obama. Go and check this very carefully. What you're seeing today, including the removal of Jonathan, was started when Obama got into power in the USA. And in collaboration with the then British Prime Minister David Cameron, they insisted that power must go back to the North. They insisted. Let's go back to the North. Tonight, hopefully, I'm going to present you with facts and figures. Not from Biafra sources, not from something local, but these are from independent think tanks abroad by editorials of newspapers that support one Nigeria. What you're going to hear is basically what other people have been saying about the zoo, about Nigeria, that you don't know about. Things that are hidden from you. Things you don't know about. These are foreign observers who in the main are sympathetic to the illiterate ruling class of the North. They love them so much. But things have so deteriorated that they can no longer tolerate it. Most of these are European observers. Most of them are from the North Americas, and some of them from Asia, and some independent commentators from Africa. Hear what they are saying about Nigeria, and that Nigeria is irredeemable. It has collapsed, never ever to rise again. I said never. What you're doing is pure cosmetics, to be honest with you. You are just deceiving yourselves, thinking that something that is unsalvageable can be salvaged. No, it cannot. And this evening, I want to begin by presenting facts and figures so you understand it. When I make a direct quote or analysis, I will tell you where we got it from. This is a publication by a group based in Europe called Religion Unplugged. I want you to understand the grand strategy to Islamize everybody. This is something, of course, to the Yoruba Muslims is nothing new. But to the rest, you better be very, very careful. They presented this analysis on March the 8th of this very year, 2019, because, of course, in Australia, they have gone into 2020. I spoke to Mazio Former earlier. Listen very, very carefully to this. This is an analysis done by Religion Unplugged. Independent analysis from a European-based think tank. They said here that during the elections of February the 23rd, listen very carefully to what they said. Forget about European observers, what those colonialists came and did in the zoo, saying the election was free and fair, which I will allude to later on. Here they said that the elections held, I'm telling you the beginning of your problems, that every 4 years it repeats itself. You keep saying, get your voter's card. Oh, come and go and vote. I'm telling you what the world is saying about that Fulanized system. INEX, anywhere you have Fulanis in power, there is always disobedience of rule of law, a breakdown of law and order, anarchy and fraud. Go and write it anywhere you find them. That is what you will get. The presidential and National Assembly elections held in Nigeria on February 23rd was characterized by violence, listen to it, violence, harassment, and malpractices. Now tell me how people can subscribe to a country where year after year, every 4 years, after every 4 years, you have the same thing. Since 1957. What is happening today did not just start, come by an accident. No, it's been that way with the zoo. Every time there's an electoral cycle, there is violence, harassment, and malpractices. They went on to say that the lines were drawn by religion. Now, those of you avoiding, I must commend Christian Association of Nigeria. At last, somehow, they are beginning to wake up. Here, international observers, people, think tanks, people who are learned and educated, people who are naturally sympathetic to the British line of argument that Nigeria must remain one. They are telling you that the elections were determined by violence, harassment, and malpractices, and that religion played a key role in it. Muhammadu Buhari's election to president was followed. This is happening in March, remember, March of this year. They said that they feel that this regime of APC, of course, fronted by Jubril, they call him Buhari, that he has come to Islamize, in quote, Nigeria. March, independent observers, white people, outside the zoo, they are telling you that this man is coming to Islamize you. Now, the Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room, which is an amalgamation of 70 organizations, said that 260 people were killed in pre-election violence. Every 4 years, every 2 or 3 years, you have elections in the zoo and people are dying, and you don't sit down to ask yourself. This is why the West is far more advanced than any other race, I should say, or especially, or let me put it this way. Every other race is more advanced than black people. Do you know why? Because when something goes wrong, when they build a bridge and the bridge collapses, they bring in their engineers. They want to find out what materials were used in the construction of the bridge. They want to know if A robust feasibility study was done before the bridge was constructed. They want to know those that built it. They want to look at all the variables that led to the collapse of that very bridge. And when they build a new one, they will eliminate everything they feel contributed to the collapse of the previous one. That is the difference between white and black people. But when it comes to us black people, our mind is not rigorous enough to interrogate issues and get to the bottom of it. You heard that in 1999 there was violence, death. They called another election again in 2003 or thereabout. You voted again. Nothing happened until this very day. And the thing about Alamajiri is this: once they know that you don't give a damn about something, believe you me, it gets worse as the days go by. They are telling you that there are people we are killed. It didn't touch anybody. Now listen, they said the trend follows patterns in previous elections conducted by INEC. They singled out INEC for damnation. And who is running INEC? Let me ask you. He's a Fulani man. Fulani president, Fulani INEC, Fulani judiciary, Fulani House of Reps, Fulani Senate, Fulani Customs, Fulani Army, Fulani Police, Fulani Civil Defense, Fulani Customs. Only Fulani. And that is why things are getting worse by the day. Because you cannot produce what you've not been given. If a people are not educated enough or savvy enough to come into the 21st century, they're still stuck in 16th century warped political mindset. How do you think they can improve your life? How? I ask you. And they have set up a system and a structure so rigidly held down that even if you have something in your brain, once you go or walk into any office, you become like them. That's what they have done. Remember that in 2011, as many as 800, conservatively speaking, I'm trying to be conservative, verifiable figures, 800 people were killed in post-election violence. According to research conducted by Human Rights Watch. Why am I pointing all these things out? I want to establish a pattern of behavior in the zoo. I want to let you understand that those you claim are politicians, those you claim you're voting for, they lack the capacity to address the difficulties and the issues confronting you on a daily basis. In other words, Nigeria as presently constituted should not exist. I want to point out some of the perennial difficulties. I want to point out some of the entrenched problems in Nigeria that will never, ever, ever, ever go away. If you're looking for 24 hours electricity, if you want good roads, hospitals, it can never be obtainable inside Nigeria. It is impossible because there are certain factors welded to the fabric, to the foundation, the very fraudulent base of the zoo that you can never dislodge. Never, ever, ever. It doesn't matter how many times you pray. It doesn't matter how many times you prophesy. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have. It doesn't matter how much green and white fabric you've wasted trying to convince yourself that you're patriotic. It will never go away. The analysis I'm bringing you are foreign-based observers. No, the zoo, they cannot publish such a thing for you. Never. Because they manage the news very well. They know how to bribe Google. They know how to bribe Facebook. They know how to bribe people to do whatever they want them to do. Of course, money rules and money talks. I want you to understand that the cabal is prepared. The Fulani-controlled North is prepared. I'm telling you, they are more than prepared. 10, 15 years ahead of everybody else. Some of us are going to go to church today to be mouthing the usual rubbish. But there will never be any improvement in our living conditions until we learn how to reason properly like human beings. Until we understand that Nigeria is not sustainable. What I'm giving you are facts and figures based on independent analysis and study of what is happening in the damnable zoological republic, in that hellhole called Nigeria. Human Rights Watch. In 2015 elections, many people died. They said it was peaceful. How many? I don't like people dying. Of course, I hate it. I'm not a violent person. How many people died in USA as a result of, anti-Semitic attacks against the Jewish people? And it was reported all over the world. In elections, you kill 800 people, and a human being will write and tell the world that the elections were free and fair. Incidentally, most of you don't know this. Do you know that religion, Islam versus Christianity, was the undercurrent, was basically the undercurrent throughout the campaign of 2015, and even the one that you had early this year? They said that the results from, I'm telling you this to drive home the incompatibility of the various groups. I'm not saying Christian or Muslim, no. Once you return people back to who they are, to who they were before the British came, there'll be peace. The only thing that can guarantee peace, the only thing that can start this from slaughtering innocent, defenseless Christians in the Middle Belt and in the South, is a return to the way we were before the white man came. And it is not. See, people keep telling you this nonsense. It's for the National Assembly. If we have a democracy, if you have any gripe, take it to your MP. I don't call them MP. Take it to your senator, your House of Reps member. But I'm asking the Fulani Janjaweed, the Alamajiri, when you change the constitution from a secular constitution, a non-religious constitution, when you inserted Sharia into the laws of the zoo, when you quite literally carved out 12 states in the north to say they are Sharia states, what do you think you were doing? Did you go to National Assembly? So when it comes to other people, they should follow the due process. Go to your senator, go to your House of Reps member, so that the chamber can debate it in Abuja. But when it came to your Sharia, you wanted Sharia so desperately that some people in the South are so useless and so ignorant, they don't know that effectively 12 Sharia states in the North have broken away from the zoo. They are practicing a completely different system. That is why they can go and arrest a man in a hotel saying he was found with 3 women. That is why you cannot drink alcohol. That is why those Janjaweed contemplated banning male and females from sitting inside the same Kekena in the North. You don't understand it. Some of you are too blind. When I say the thing, I hate them, we are too pompous, we say that. No, of course, I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to drive home is this, is that the way that you reason is flawed. That is why you cannot understand that when the Fulanis wanted something to so desperately, when the jihadists in the North, we are so desperate for Sharia. They did not go to Abuja to ask anybody for it. They sat on their own, they decided, and they forced Obasanjo to implement it. So when somebody is telling you about Sharia, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't agitate for Biafra, you must go through the right channel being, let it be discussed and voted upon in Abuja. You tell them who voted for Sharia to be introduced in the North. Who voted? They willingly subverted the constitution of a country. Some of you don't understand the implications of this. It means that Nigeria is running quite literally without any set of laws, no rules. They do whatever they like. After all, why would they detain somebody who's been granted bail? Why would they do that? Because they don't believe in the law. If they believed in the constitution of Nigeria, that Abdul Salami, their own fellow Alamajiri, drew up and included everything they wanted in it, there is no way they could have gone outside that same constitution to introduce Sharia in the 12 states of the North. This is just I'm only beginning. I've not even started this program very well. I'm just pointing out some things that will guide your thinking, that when we get into the substance of the involvement of the late Buhari, the involvement of Abba Kyari, El Rufai, they call him the Sultan of Sokoto, in the current wave of terrorism in the zoo, you will understand it. It's all Sharia planned and mapped out. All planned and well designed to deceive some gullible people. But you can't deceive IPOB, you can't deceive me. We are learned and highly educated. You can't deceive us. When they tell you, don't agitate, you must go to the right, we're in a democracy. Ask that person, which channel did you people use Sharia Northerners? Which channel did you go to before you introduced Sharia in the Total of the North? Did you go to National Assembly? Did the Nigerian Constitution ever recognize Sharia? The answer is no. It mentioned it. It never said it is a way of life for a people. But you introduced it behind the Constitution. Now, when we agitate for Biafra, you say, oh, why don't you go through National Assembly? Did you go? All this Alamajiri, I'm asking you, all the Janjaweed, did you go through National Assembly? I'm saying this so that people in the West, the more moderate, reasonable people in the West in Yoruba land can be able to reason and understand what I'm saying. I don't hate anybody, but I hate fools. I can't stand people who cannot reason very well. So you're telling me it's good that one law operates for the Janjaweed, the Alamajiri in the North, and another law for people in the South? Is that what you're seriously saying? Is that what you're seriously saying? We are going to Biafra and nobody can stop us. It is they know it. Abba Kyari, who is currently forget all the nonsense, Jubril, all the makeup they put on his face. He will come out. One day his ear is cleft on the right, the other day is on the left. Nobody knows what he's doing. No. And we know that Abba Kyari is the one running the zoo with the help of the input of the cabal from the North. We know. And they are determined. They know this is their opportunity. If they miss it, they know that if the presidency were to come to the South, that they are finished. They know that very well. There will be structural reforms that will put an end to the reign of terror. That is why they will hold on for their dear lives, counting and hoping that Britain will support them. Let me also point this out. It took Britain over 30 years to overrun Biafra land. What makes you think that ordinary Alamajiri who cannot read or write can defeat us in 3 years? Just ask yourself that very simple question. Britain fought Biafra for nearly 30 years before they managed to subdue us. Do you seriously think that in a straight fight between Biafrans, Fulani, and their allies in the North, that they can defeat Biafra? Do you seriously think so? That is why they ran to Saudi Arabia, they ran to Egypt, they ran to Britain, they ran to Russia. All these countries fought against, including OAU, fought against tiny Biafra. And we held them for 3 years. It was what I would call the Third World War. That is why they don't like talking about Biafra in all the political offices of the world, because they are ashamed of themselves. They know what they did. When I hear Alamajiri talk about the war, I feel sorry for the fools. Did you fight any war? It was the Egyptians who were flying your airplanes. Did you fight any war? All the logistics were provided by the British. The British ensured there was air, land, and sea blockade. When the Red Cross went to London to go and withdraw money to feed starving Biafran children, the woman was arrested and detained by the British government. Harold Wilson said that he wants more people dead in Biafra land than in the Holocaust. You think you fought us? Fulani will say, remember the war. Did you fight any war? Junaid Mohammed, did you fight any war? Anga Blahi, did you fight any war? Did you see war? In all the, should I say, some of the theaters of war that we've had in recent times, including the ECOMOG missions and all the rest of it, how many Fulani people were there in the front line fighting? Buratai that you see today, has he seen battlefield before? Buratai, the chief of army staff. That is why, because he's never seen war before. He doesn't understand what a soldier is supposed to do. That is why there are in marketplaces harassing women who are selling crayfish. He's not a soldier. No genuine soldier will go to harass civilians. The reason why you have dictatorships in Africa is because their soldiers don't even fight wars. All they do is harass. Look at Ethiopia that's fought a war before. How there is freedom and progress, because soldiers know if you call them to go and kill, they will tell you no, they will not go. They have seen war before. You have Alamajiri in the North. They have never seen any war. The only war they have seen is to fly their helicopter to Kuje to make sure that I'm in prison. The only war they have seen is coming to Biafra land to kill unarmed protesters. The only war they have seen is to come down and massacre people who are praying. Because Britain is supporting them, because Britain is covering their backs, so to speak. Daddy Britain is there. They can do whatever they like. Abakari can do whatever he likes. Britain will protect him. Because it is in the British interest that a Fulani man is in power. It is in the interest of Britain, not all of Britain, some people, some key people. It is in their interest that Al-Majri is in power, because they know once Al-Majri is in power, people will be selling their generators now because there will never be any light. You'll be selling sumo because they know there will never ever be pipe bomb water. Never. It's impossible. People will be digging their boreholes all the time. Their pharmaceutical companies will be making so much money because every time you'll be sick, if not malaria, it's typhoid. And all the medicines are coming from abroad. You think they don't know what they're doing? You think they don't know? So it is in the interest of neo-colonialists that Al-Majri is in power because they know they cannot do, they know that they are useless, beyond useless. Are you telling me that in a normal world, Britain, who is the colonial master of the zoo, somebody as stupid as Tanko, a Sharia judge, was appointed the chief justice of a common law system, that Britain will not say anything? You heard, during all our fights to free Shore, Dasuki, and El Zagzagi must be free. We need to fight for him as well. Of course, it was very foolish of them to burn US and Israeli flags. Very, very foolish of them to do so. But we must fight for El Zagzagi to be released. Did Britain ever say anything? It was only the time that US senators started complaining that Britain now had the courage to send out a tweet to say you must release Shore or respect the rule of law. Only when we have done the hard work on the ground in America are they now coming out to say, oh, you must release him. But Britain has been there from day one. They see evil happening. British High Commissioner in Abuja, they see Satan, they see Lucifer with their two eyes. That's a rock. They keep quiet because of what they are gaining. Because of what they are gaining. Thankfully, not many people in Britain are as evil as some of them that write their foreign policy, to be honest with you. They are pure evil. I will continue. Religion has been there from day one. It's not going to go away. They said that the population is half and half, 91 million Muslim, 91, rubbish, pure bunkum. You must understand this very, very clearly. Very, very clearly. Please listen to this very, very clearly, please. In spite of everything they have done, they said Atiku picked Toby and Abakari answering the name Buhari through Jubril picked Osibajo, who is they are two Southern Christians, as they said. It did not stop Islam and religion being a key part of the election. Now listen to this carefully. Some of you don't know what is happening in the zoo, but I will tell you tonight anyway. We have time. There is a leader of an extremist Islamic sect called Izala, I-Z-A-L-A, Sheikh Sani Yahaya Jingir. Sheikh Sani Yahaya Jingir. He spoke in a video in Hausa language and asked his followers never ever to vote for the PDP candidate who was Atiku then, despite the fact Atiku is a Muslim. Do you know his reason why? These are people that tomorrow say, oh, Nigeria, we must do everything we can to keep Nigeria united. I'm saying this tonight so that Igbo Efulefu governors can listen. The idiotic politicians can listen. Every fool planning for 2023, 2098, 2047 can listen very carefully to what we are saying and learn from it. Not minding that Atiku was a Muslim. This man called Sheikh Sani Yahaya Jingir spoke in a video to his followers, millions of them. He said that Atiku, these are his words, Atiku's running mate is from the Igbo stock, who are Christians. They killed Abasadwana, and because of that, nobody should vote for Atiku, because if you vote for Atiku, that means you're voting for those that killed the Sadwana. Some of you have forgotten that the governor of Kaduna State now planning to come and run, and I know there are some idiots in Biafra land. There are some fools in Biafra land, entire Biafra land, who may be thinking, oh, I'm very poor, I'm wretched, oh my goodness, why don't I support Nasser El-Rufai's candidacy? Maybe money will come to me and my family. That very selfish way of reasoning is only about yourself. If I was thinking of myself alone, I will be a multi-billionaire in foreign currency. You don't know how to make sacrifices. All you know to do is to sabotage. All you know to do is to run to the Alamajiri because they know you will come. They know the reason why they are dealing with Oshomole today is because they know there's it's a conveyor belt. Endless supply of idiots from the south. Endless supply. So if one Oshomole goes, another idiot will replace him. They know that very well because you're all very hungry. And before you all say, if you're hungry as well, you do something. I spent all my money funding Radio Biafra to the point that I was sleeping in a car, hungry. I didn't give up. I will go to work, make a lot of money. I will come back and I will spend it on Radio Biafra shortwave. If you think shortwave is cheap, go and try it yourself and see how expensive it is. So we've been there. Don't come and tell us nonsense. Oh, my family was hungry. Because of that, I had to sell my conscience. Some of you will fight for El-Rufai. And I will tell you what he said. He said, listen carefully to El-Rufai. These are your, when they talk about the elite and the leaders in the zoo, I'm only building a background to what is happening in the zoo so that you all can learn and understand, reason and think. He spoke on Channels Television, that Alamajiri station. He said, this is from El-Rufai. What if I tell you that no matter who I choose as my running mate, even if I choose the Pope, 67% of the Christians in southern Kaduna have made up their minds that they will never vote for me. But people come ignorantly in the outside world. They say, oh, but the North is all Muslims. No, of course not. Southern Kaduna they are all Christians. But they have been subdued. The mistake that these people, Southern Kaduna, the mistake they keep making is that they keep thinking that Biafra is against them, that should Biafra go, they will suffer. No, you are making a grave mistake. Biafra is your redemption. Only Biafra, I'm telling you the truth, only Biafra can save people in that very zoo. Only Biafra can. Nothing else will. I said nothing else. No amount of restructuring, no amount of warm words. And I'm happy to hear today that Khan is saying they are fed up of the condolence message coming from Asarok. They are tired. Anytime a Christian is killed, there's a condolence message. Rubbish. They are tired. What is the solution? I want people to sit down this night or morning or afternoon, depending on where you are, to actually contemplate what the solutions are to the problems. Not just lamenting, but what are the solutions? The only solution viable is close your eyes and think of how we were before the white man came. The people that put us in this mess is the British. And it's a good thing that actually the French government have come out to say that colonialism is evil. It's the British. And because they see themselves as God, they are very proud, they are God. We went to Africa, those dumb monkeys, we created nations for them, and they are there. Nobody should touch the boundaries, it should be that way. Who told you that? Southern Sudan broke away, albeit there are teething problems there. Eritrea emerged. And so will other nations emerge. Now, if it is the wish of Eritrea in the future to go and join Ethiopia in a bigger, wider, whatever country, it is their prerogative. Give it to them. That is the essence of democracy, to ask the people what they want. Isn't that what we're asking for? Isn't that what we're asking for? He said, even if I choose the Pope as my running mate, they won't vote for me. The issue is this. From the mouth, listen carefully, from the mouth of the governor of Kaduna State right now, El-Rufai, he said, Kaduna State is divided. From the mouth, if Kaduna State is divided in the north, if Kaduna State is divided, how do you think you can put the country together? It is impossible. Absolutely impossible. But we don't understand. It's entirely up to them if they will or not. But we are moving on, we are marching on relentlessly. You see, I said it from the beginning. By the time God is my witness, by the time we are done with the zoo, you see the name Nigeria will no longer exist. They will answer Arewa in the north. They will answer Oduduwa or whatever name they choose, and will be Biafra. Should these people then decide to come together, or Middle Belt, if they're strong enough to stand their ground, if they're strong enough to stand their ground, they can emerge as one nation if they have one common identity or one common way of life. If a governor can say to you that Kaduna State is divided, how about Nigeria as a whole? But the impression they give is that the North is one North is a lie, deception. They want one North, but divided South, Midwest, Niger Delta, South. But in the North, they are all one North. Despite the fact that in Kaduna, you won't believe this, in Kaduna State, Christians outnumber Muslims in Kaduna. I'm not talking about Christians that came from elsewhere, from Biafra land to reside in Kaduna. No, indigenous people, southern Kaduna, there are more Christians than Muslims. You don't have such dichotomy anywhere in the South. But they give you the impression that the South is divided. No, that from the mouth of the governor of Kaduna State, on Channels TV, he said that that Kaduna State is divided. Apart from Governor El Rufai, these people also recognize that Buhari had an agenda to Islamize Nigeria, even during the campaign. When we were saying this, you didn't listen. But of course, the good thing is that it's good to be underestimated in life. If they knew how far we would go in the pursuit of Biafra under IPOB, oh my goodness, they wouldn't have let us get to where we are today. They thought we are miscreants, we are wheelbarrow pushers, they are touts, they are all those sorts of names. And the more names they call us, the more enthused, the more energized we become. And what we have done is to undermine them, and we'll keep doing it. That by the time the zoo is crumbling, it won't come to Britain as a surprise. They will see that the morons they handed over power to in the north are as useless can be. That's what we're trying to do. We are trying to say that, okay, if you're not happy with our agitation for self-determination, let us show you what they're doing in Nigeria. We will expose Nigeria to the world, and that's what we're doing. We've only done about 9% of the job. Only 9%, and the whole place is crumbling. They're not talking about restructuring because of IPOB. They know they're dreaming. They're wasting their time. The only solution is Biafra, and they understand it very, very well. Outsiders are telling you that the country called Nigeria has an Islamization agenda. Remember what Femi Adesina said, that anybody claiming that the administration has an agenda to impose Islam on Nigeria is false and wicked. That the objective is to stoke up religious division for political gains. But you had El Rufai. Here you have somebody in Asurok talking rubbish, but El Rufai said that his own state is divided along Christians and Muslims. They don't see eye to eye. Do you see the confusion that reigns at the heart of the zoo? You know, some of these Pentecostal pastors, I know that some of you will hopelessly and foolishly go to your crossover night and all the nonsense that you call it. Some of these pastors don't allow you to reason. They don't let you reason properly. I'm telling you the truth. Only if they can stand and speak and stand on the truth, you will see what will happen in the zoo. In Adamawa State, again, there is a substantial Christian population, but some of you don't know this. Adamawa, I think that's the state of Atiku Abubakar. Over the last 4 years, listen carefully, 4 years, over the last 4 years, Muslim Fulani jihadists, that is what they call them. This is an international organization, a think tank. They call them Muslim Fulani jihadists. They have destroyed Christian communities in Adamawa State. And I understand the reason why somebody from Adamawa may want to say to IPOB, oh, don't have Biafra, we want one Nigeria. Because they think that, even the Yorubas as well, they think that if they have Biafra in Nigeria, it's safer for them. At least not all of them will be killed. They are thinking, look at Christians in Adamawa, they are thinking that, oh, if Biafra should go, then their life is over. Quite literally over. Because the Muslim Fulani jihadists will kill all of them. But we are saying to them that Biafra will defend them. We will defend every Christian, wherever you are, inside Nigeria. What Trump and Johnson needs to do, because since they've come out to say, oh, we'll defend Christians, don't bring American soldiers. Only a free Biafran nation can do it. And I am saying to Christians in Kaduna, Christians in Adamawa, Christians in Niger, in all the Christian states of the Middle Belt, your only guarantee, the only way you can remain the way you are is if Biafra comes, or else forget all these warm words. We will fight for you. You'll be dying. You are being slaughtered every day. Nobody will save you. That is why Christians in Kaduna, in Adamawa, you must support the emergence of Biafra. Only Biafra can save you. Do you think we will stay in Biafra and allow them to? Of course not. And once there is Biafra, this Fulani madness will be cured overnight. It will be cured. As long as Nigeria remains one, they'll keep killing. They'll keep driving their cattle into our farms. One of our mothers today was raped to death in Ebonyi. They were caught. He said they only did one round. Have you seen the news? When I was saying that they are raping our mothers, did you believe me? When I said that what Umahi is doing in Ebonyi is the same thing that all of them do, because you don't listen very well. It will lead to the destruction of our way of life. None of you didn't listen. He said no, he's stoking, he's causing problems. And I want to assure Asorok tonight. You see, the testimony of the family of the rape victim in Ebonyi. You see the coverage in Sun newspaper and all the rest of it. Be rest assured, every frontline politician in the world will receive it. Let me see how you're going to lie through your lobbying firms that this very information is propaganda. The family is there, they've been interviewed. We have all the records. So what we are doing is to show the world the level of primitivity, satanic primitivity inside Nigeria that nobody can cure. If these people can hide the death of Buhari from everybody, if they can try to deceive all of you cowards in the zoo, cowards who are calling other people cowards, you wretched cowards in the zoo called Nigeria, if they can deceive you and tell you that young man is Buhari and you believe you me, you have no redemption. You have no redemption. Your lives are over. Go to the same church now, do Tarry night and all that nonsense. You come back the same year, no water, no electricity, no good hospitals, no good roads. The same problem, even worse next year. But at the come New Year's Eve 2020, you still go to Tarry night. Talking, you people, you make me sick, absolutely sick. That I went to US, and one of our mothers said to me, I shouldn't speak out of turn before I annoy Elohim that sent me to do this very work. If not that I was sent to do this work by God Almighty in heaven, I am telling you, I will have nothing to do with. Some of you know me, I don't have any friends. What am I doing with your stupid friendship? People who cannot listen very well. The same thing you keep doing day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. No improvement, you keep doing it. If you're lucky and you get a job, you say, oh, it's because my pastor prayed for me. When people are dying, they are slaughtering you every blessed day. Every blessed day, they are slaughtering you. It is unbelievable. Some of you will remember the former Speaker of the House of Reps. His name is Yakubu Dogara. Do you know he was also targeted as part of the elections because he's from a Christian minority in Bauchi State? Do you know there are Christians in Bauchi? Do you know that Yakubu Dogara is from Bauchi and he's a Christian? When these idiots come and tell you, oh, the whole of the North, they're all Muslims, they're lying to you. And because of your cowardly nature and your fear, you see their soldiers on the streets with their AK-47, you accept and say, oh, yes, they must be, everybody in the North is a Muslim. Who told you that? Dogara is a Christian from Bauchi State. Albeit that the Muslims, they dominate because they shout, they kill, they slaughter. And all the Christians are afraid, they're all frightened. Oh, please don't say anything. Oh. You know, we are one Nigeria. If you say something, they will kill you. You know, we are one Nigeria. And you keep emboldening them, and they keep coming, and they keep killing. They keep coming, and they keep killing. Now, listen very carefully. There is a man called, he's a professor, Al-Majri professor, Professor Salisu Shehu. He placed an advertorial in Daily Trust newspaper ahead of the last elections in the zoo in February of this year. A full-page advertorial. Do you know what he said? He accused Dogara of neglecting Muslims who were displaced in the state after sectarian violence. You know what they do? As you are trying to stop them in Ebonyi State, they come in, they bring Al-Majri from outside. They start a war. They start killing people. And once the army come in to say, oh, maintain peace and order and all that rubbish, they say, oh, we are homeless, so put us somewhere to live. But before they started or they instigated the violence, they were in Kano, they were in Katsina, they were in Sokoto. They now brought them down to come and occupy people's towns and villages. And Dogara said, no, the Muslims went to work. Now, this is what one of the paragraphs in the advertorial, what I'll read it for you. It says here, this is from a Professor Salisu Shehu. For your information, before the 2011 crisis, there were 3 Jumau mosques and 45 daily prayer mosques in Tafawa Balewa Township. No work, no school, they don't do anything. 45 daily prayer mosques and 2 Juma mosques. I am sure you may know those figures, but I have no doubt that you know for sure all of these mosques, except the one at the police divisional office, were destroyed and ruined by the people of your faith. The question is, why do you fail to include at least even the central mosque of Tafawa Balewa in the list of mosques you want to renovate? A politician is not going to renovate a mosque with government with the constituency money given to him. That is what is happening in the zoo that some of you do not know. The objective of placing this advert in a newspaper, and you must know that Daily Trust is a Muslim Fulani Janjaweed Al-Majri newspaper. You must know. If you don't know that, then you're sick in the brain. Daily Trust, you know, is a Fulani paper. They are there to promote Islam, to promote anything that will keep Nigeria one, to allow the jihadists to keep coming. The only day they will rise up and tell you to hell with all of you and raise their green flag is the day they have succeeded in sacking the last villages in the coastal reaches of Biafra land. Any day they get to Bonny and they pick up everything and start building their Juma mosque and their daily prayer room, you will see they raise their green flag and say to hell with all of you. Now, we are sounding, as I've been saying before, every prophecy, every prediction has come to pass. Almost all, bar none, have all come to pass. What did some of you do with it? What did you do with it? They will go and they recruit some idiots, disgruntled fools, chased away because of their hunger. And some other idiots cloned accounts with Igbo names and be talking rubbish. And some of you are busy responding to idiots who don't exist. Feel sorry for some of you, honestly. We are not going to go into what some of our people said, but we know what became of the zoo. SERAP, which is a group, I think is one of the socio-economic rights and accountability project. All they do is just send a letter, isn't it? All they just send a letter. They said it's important to send you this message that electoral-related violence, intimidation, and killing will not be tolerated under your watch. Who is going to police this pronouncement? Every time we are tired, we won't tolerate this. That is not going to happen again. It keeps happening. Today, they have raped and killed one of our mothers in Ebonyi. If we retaliate tomorrow, they will go and they'll run to America, they'll go to Britain. Britain will be the one to tell America, can't you see? IPOB is violent. They killed people in Ebonyi. Can't you see they're violent? But when they raped and killed one of our mothers, nobody complained. Britain will not write to America. The propagandists, their lobbies, the lobbying firm will not write and say, oh, it's very sad that a Biafran woman was raped to death on the 31st, no, on the 30th of December of 2019. No, they will never say that. So what you expect us to do is for IPOB to keep quiet. They rape and kill our mother and we keep quiet. And then they rape another 2, another 3, and we keep quiet. By the time you know it, it's free for all. But when I was saying they were raping our mothers many years ago, some of you never believed it. And I said they will rape, they will abduct, they will kill us. and the world will say nothing. Is that not happening now? That we need to band together as a people and resist this evil before it's too late. And some of you were saying, oh, we are in APC. It's our turn. Some idiots. Please, Buhari, can you give us the presidency? Can you believe such rubbish? As if the presidency is not. So the same nonsense that Azikiwe did, the same rubbish. Test presidency for 4 years and remain a slave for 400 years. That's what they want. Fools. They will never succeed this time. Never, ever succeed. Now, some of you do not know what Sharia is doing in the zoo, but we will proceed. These are the Sharia states. Sokoto, Kebbi, Niger, Zamfara, Katsina, Kanu, Kaduna, Bauchi, Jigawa, Yobe, Borno, Gombe. They have effectively removed themselves from the Constitution of Nigeria because there is nowhere in the Constitution of Nigeria or its amendment where it allows for Sharia. And this is the launch pad of 4 terror groups in West Africa. This is why Northern Nigeria, Arawa is the hotbed of terrorism in the whole of West Africa, in the whole of Sahel. It is called Sharia and the Nigeria Constitution. Now listen very carefully. I said this night I will tie, the dead, Buhari is dead. Forget about Jubril. Buhari, the dead one, I will tie him to the violence happening in the zoo. I want to prove to the world, I know that Britain is listening, the whole world listen when we preach this very gospel. We want them to know, I want America to know, I want the whole of Asia to know, I want everybody, South America to know that Buhari, those they are governing in his name right now, is the chief terrorist you have in the zoo. I'm going to prove it to everybody so that the world can know. Forget all the nonsense they are telling you. They think they can, we are many. Everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world. There is no way on this earth they can keep borrowing money. All the money they are borrowing, they're using it to fight IPOB. To be bribing government, bribing officials. Oh, don't let them come in. Don't try to see them. That's what they're doing. All the money they are borrowing it to try to stop IPOB. Are they succeeding? The answer is no. They can never succeed. They have never succeeded before. They will not succeed now. They will never succeed ever. Never, ever, ever. Because we are clever. We are intelligent. We are Biafrans. We don't have money, that is true. But we are doing something that millionaires cannot do. And they know it. They do it, they know it. They'll keep borrowing money until they go bankrupt. Fighting IPOB. They are finished and they know they are finished. When they go to the world to tell them, they say to them, oh, they're fighting we don't support separation. But the 12 Sharia states of the North have already separated to form an Islamic enclave. That's what they have done. Why can't you allow me to go and form my own nation? Why must I go to National Assembly in Abuja? When you are forming your own Sharia, did you go to the National Assembly? Or you're just mouthing your rubbish, pretending, oh, we are still in one Nigeria, even though it is Sharia, it's under one Nigeria. But you went outside the Constitution to go and frame, or should I say, agree an amendment which was not voted for or voted upon by those that the people claim they voted for to go to Abuja to handle such matters. That is a fact. They think they can deceive people, they can deceive you, they cannot deceive us. We are IPOB, we are undeceivable, you can't deceive us. Not at all. Some of you know that Buhari, they claim that Jubril won the election, they call him Buhari. So sometimes when I say Buhari, and I'm referring to Jubril, it's Jubril who is there. Courtesy of Abba. Trump is being impeached because of one phone call to a president in the zoo called Nigeria. They brought somebody from Sudan to reply, trying to establish that Buhari is the grandfather of terrorism in the zoo. The dead one, or even including Abba Kyari. These are the people. Fulani politicians are the ones funding terrorism in Nigeria. That's what we are here for. And I believe we have laid the foundation of the inevitable collapse of the zoo. Now we must go on to let the whole world understand how we have come to this conclusion. You must understand it. We must understand it. When they got the idiot to put Jubril in power in the name of Buhari, they said he will spare no effort in the battle against Islamic militancy. They love speeches. They write it and they post it. They say, oh, Britain will say, oh, USA, can't you see he's doing something? He's saying something about it. But things are getting worse. Worse now than it was under Jonathan. And he went on to say that you shall be able to go to bed knowing that you are safe and that your constitutional rights remain in safe hands. Exactly what the Fulanis told the Hausas before they got the gullible Hausa people to kill their own kings. The same thing. I will respect your right. Even if I don't release you when a court says I should release you, it is your constitutional rights to remain in jail. And some of you are jumping up and down, clapping for him. Very, very sad indeed. Now, he went on to say that the problem is that Nigeria constitution is superior. They asked him a question. He said that Sharia is put on the same level with customary laws. Have you heard of them saying anything about customary law? Of course, the answer is no. Its relevance is limited to inheritance, marriage, etc. Is that how you funded the Hizbah police in Kano that will go about destroying shops and businesses owned by Biafrans that sell alcohol? You see the way they deceive you? They tell you it's limited when they write to the West, to the very God. I won't say they're gullible, they know what they're doing because of their oil interest, of course, which I hasten to add is also guaranteed and protected in Biafra land anyway. They say it's limited to inheritance and marriage. So Sharia is not a problem. And I'm asking them, who formed the Hizbah police in Ghana? They can't answer, can they? Unbelievable. With the right to arrest and detain and flog people as they deem fit. Whereas in 2001, this same man, before he died, this Buhari, in whose name the zoo is being run by Abakari, what did he say? And they went to Google and they paid Google lots of money, thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to remove every reference to this. That is why when you Google, if you go to Google now and you write in Buhari, I will support Sharia all over Nigeria, you will not see any news item. But if you go to the images, you will see somebody cleverly captured the same newspaper that carried it. It's still there. The news link is missing, but you can see it in this day front page. You will see it there. Very clear. Where it says, this is according to the man in whose name they are committing all these atrocities. Listen very carefully. People are very foolish. I want Nigerians to reason for once. Only once. If it's only tonight that Nigerians can reason in all their life, they would have done something noble. What did Buhari say when he was alive? He said, I will continue to show openly and inside me the total commitment to the Sharia movement that is sweeping all over Nigeria. Not minding that there are sizable Christian populations in the north, he doesn't care. Where it is sweeping all over Nigeria, I don't know. Maybe with the help of Yoruba Muslims, you know those ones, may God help them. I don't know. He said, I will show both secretly and openly my commitment to Sharia. And what did he do? He went and appointed, in his name, they appointed a Sharia judge to become the Chief Justice of Nigeria. And that same Sharia judge also said that Sharia must be included in the Constitution of Nigeria. Now, what other proof do you need? What other proof do you need? Are you that dumb? You cannot reason. I know we are blacks. Sometimes common sense is a bit difficult for us. But how difficult is it? In 2001, Buhari said, and I repeat, I will continue to show openly and inside me the total commitment to the Sharia movement that is sweeping all over Nigeria. He went on to say, God willing, we will not stop the agitation. Oh, they were even in agitation then. No? We will not stop the agitation for the total implementation of Sharia in the country. He went on to say, Sharia is a legal responsibility which God has given to us within the context of one Nigeria to continue to uphold the practice of Sharia wholeheartedly in one Nigeria. Are you listening? Are you foolish? Are some of you still deluded? Are some of you so hopeless that you cannot see? I know that we don't want to fight another war. A lot of people are saying, oh, we don't want to fight another war. But that is the mistake you're making. You're showing signs of weakness to the Alamajiri Fulani North. That is why they raped our mother. That is why they keep killing us. That is why they came to Zowan and killed. That was why they went to Nimbo, they massacred. That was why they came to Anam. Because you are telling them that no matter what you do to me, I will never fight back. If you slap me on one cheek, I'll turn the other one. You slap me as well. You can rape my mother if you like. You can abduct my wife if you like. You can abduct our children if you like and hold them captive forever. We will do nothing. Nigeria will be one. Do you see how stupid you sound? Do you see how stupid some of you sound? The same man that some of you are jumping up and down, he's a general. He's this. He was the one that said, I will Islamize you. That's the meaning of it. He's only using Sharia to cover it up. What is the meaning of Sharia? They're in agitation. Nobody called them terrorists. Nobody went and shot them dead. Nobody massacred them. Nobody. They are in agitation. But IPOB agitation is somehow bad. To the British, it is very bad. But when Buhari was agitating for Sharia, Britain said nothing. When the 12 states of the North broke away to form their Sharia, Britain, the granddaddy, the creator, the messiah of Nigerians, they said nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now you understand, don't you? Now you do understand. They say I insult them, but I will insult because I don't feel sorry for myself. I am also included. Until Biafra comes, I will continue to be hard on myself. The thing about black people is, I call it the Democratic Party syndrome in America. Everybody knows in the US that it's only the Republicans that can help you become the man or woman you're destined to be, or to become, so to speak. They know that very well. It was the Republicans that fought against slavery. It was Republicans that actually made it possible for the father of Condoleezza Rice to be able to vote in the South. Who were the godfathers of slavery in America? Is it not the Democratic Party? These Democrats you're saying? It's them that, so some of you don't even know this. It's the Democrats who are the slave owners, slave masters in America. It was Republicans that were fighting to save black people. But look at the way they turned history upside down. The same thing is happening in the zoo. The people who have come to kill you, you embrace them. Those fighting to liberate you, you jettison and you reject them. Unbelievable. Go, even Guardian newspaper carried it. Go and Google it now. Nobody can accuse Guardian or This Day or any of the zoo papers or Nigerian papers for supporting Biafra. No. Go and Google now as I'm live on the air. Buhari calls for Sharia in all states. Google it. Buhari calls for Sharia in all states. It was carried by the Guardian newspaper. And the Guardian is as conservative as they come, isn't it? They support one Nigeria is owned by somebody from Edo. So they want one Nigeria so that the brilliance of Biafrans will not, put them to shame. Or some of them, I must say. He said this thing in 2001 and 2015. These statements, they mirror the legal controversy that is rooted in the conflict between the secularism provision of the Federal Constitution of Nigeria and the number of state laws and practices that allows for the application of Sharia beyond the sphere of personal laws. These are facts proven beyond every reasonable doubt. Nigeria is a Sharia country. Those of you who are Christians championing for one Nigeria, you're championing for one Sharia, one Islamized Nigerian geopolitical space. That is a fact of life. That is what they have all signed up to. That was why when Buhari died, they thought to themselves, oh my goodness, how are we going to continue this our agitation? They said, let us go to Sudan and get somebody to replace him. We found somebody who looks like him. And what happened to those two people who recruited Jubril? Today they are dead. Are they not dead? They're dead today. So they will not say. And they used, because Tinubu wants to be president of Nigeria, they used Tinubu.
Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is an ideology that no one can kill. God sent the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, to resurrect our nation Biafra. Long live Biafra, freedom Biafra, God bless Biafra. From Sivachi. Biafra cannot die. It's a time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiyama is freedom. Biafra must stand. It's a time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiyama is freedom. I can win, baby. Biafra, I can win, baby. I can win, baby. God bless Biafra. I can win, baby. Biafra, I can win, baby. I can win, baby. God bless Biafra. They think I use and what we own. I'm better not sweet, no. The man did so badly to suffer. Oh no, oh no. Speak less to live, speak out to die. Children can use weeping. Parents lamenting, the raping and the shooting, the massacre and the killing. Destroying our farmlands and give us what not yes. To all the people, enough is enough. We can't take this no more. Biafra cannot die. It's a time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiyama is freedom. Biafra must stand. It's a time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiyama is freedom. I can win, baby. Biafra, I can win, baby. I can win, baby. God bless Biafra. I can win, baby. Biafra, I can win, baby. I can win, baby. God bless Biafra. It is time for the chosen people to find a nation. It is time for the chosen people to rewrite their history. It is time for the people that have been enslaved to discover their liberty. Dear brothers and sisters, the time for God to build our nation have come. Biafra nation, blessed nation. For a long time we have accepted domination. For a long time we have been strong. For a long time we have been ignored. The time that God has chosen for us has come. Biafra nation, God bless Biafra. Hand in hand we will exalt our nation. The nation Biafra. The slave who does not fight for his freedom, it's not what they have been supported. Free, free, freedom. Free, free, freedom. Let's struggle for our liberty, not with weapons of war, but with a common language and a conviction. The Catalonian speeches, bomb and Kalashnikov cannot do anything to a people that have received the same cause. A people that have tasted for freedom. People of Biafra together for victory. Only the struggle liberates.
Because of millions of Biafran men, women and children massacred in cold blood and are still being massacred. That is why we must continue to fight for Biafra. But the message we're sending across is that you can kill the flesh but not the spirit. The spirit of Biafra is alive.
Time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiyama is freedom. Biafra must stand. It's a time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiyama is freedom. I can win, baby. Biafra, I can win, baby.
Holy, Mr. Producer.
IPOB, one way only. need, oh. It's not by force to be together, yeah. Naturally, Biafra go. Yeah. Let my people go. Yeah. Naturally, Biafra go. Yeah. Naturally, my people go. Naturally, my people go. Yeah. Let my people go. Yeah. Wake up this morning, I look in the sky, all I see is rising sun. Wake up this morning, I look in the sky, all I see is rising sun. Obodo Chukwu Choloma, Obodo Chukwu na n'olura o, the land of the rising sun. Yeah, let my people go. Yeah, let my people go. Ekele na ndekalo, for making us to know what freedom is all about. Yeah, ekele na ndekalo, for making us to know what freedom is all about. Yeah, ekele na ndekalo, making us to know what freedom is all about. Blessing at all, make a leggy. Opakise muchisike. Onyama Biafra jine mono.
allow me to worship Chukwukika Biama on behalf of the entire family listening right across the length and breadth of this very planet. Umu Chineke, all of you who are ordained, all of you who are destined to perform wonders, I welcome all of you. Now, I will present you to Chukwukika Biama in heaven. Therefore, our Father who resideth in heavens above, looking down upon the pain and the suffering of your children, as was foretold by those who has gone before us, that a day will come when the world will gang up, when all the children of darkness will congregate to prevail against your children. That time is now. We are in pain. We are in so much suffering that man cannot begin to comprehend it. We ask for your mercy. We ask for you to come and present and provide a way where there is none. We ask you, Chukwukika Biama, if we came amara n'ime ndụ ụmụ gị niile ndị IPOB n'ebe niile dị iche iche ruo ebe niile ụwa sọtụrụ ka ịdị mma gị na ebere gị biko gbaso ha ụbọchị niile nke ndụ ha. Ọkwa asụsụ eluigwe. We call upon you this evening. The vultures are congregating. The saboteurs are rising up. We are beginning to identify them. And we are dealing with them. We ask you to give us the strength. We ask you for courage. Chukwa Biama Benigwe, we ask you for every ounce of determination and resoluteness. Make us as hard as steel, as only you can do. Baptize us in your word, in your knowledge, in your truthfulness, and in your strength. Make it impossible for our enemies to come close to us. Destroy them before they come very close. We will be tempted, of course. Our defenses will be tried without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes there may be breaches, but in the end we prevail because that is your word and that is your promise. This evening we hold on resolutely to that very command of yours. Your own spoken word. The word that you gave to your children when you said to them that they should not worship any idol, they should not bow before any graven image. We have made mistakes in our lives. We have bowed before European idols. We have done everything but worship you in truth and honesty. But now, having realized the errors of our ways, we present ourselves before you, that you may do with us as you please. So it was prayed thousands of years ago. That same prayer will re-echo because we are nothing without you. We are nothing without you. We can have the best defenses in the whole world. We can procure the finest anti-jamming equipment available. But it is you that will defend your inheritance. You will defend Biafra. You know that we are honest and truthful people. You know that we preach this gospel in the knowledge that your children must be free in the land of the living. That they may go back and worship you in Zion as they have done thousands of years ago. This is our prayer, now and always, because we are your children. You can't abandon us to the forces of evil and darkness. That is not your will. And it can never be. That is why today, tomorrow and always, as you have called us to undertake this very monumental and epic task, as you have determined that your word must be preached in the land, that very land you gave to our ancestors thousands of years ago, so shall it be done in our lifetime. Allow us to be worthy to serve thee. Chukwa Biama, allow us to be considered worthy to serve you. You know we speak the truth. Our enemies are liars. They are cheats and they are killers. They are bloodthirsty bastards, all of them. All of them bar none. They have brought their lies to bear upon all their dealings. Their tongue is very spiteful. against those of them who are righteous before your sight. Please don't allow shame to befall your children. Don't allow shame to befall your name, because we answer your name, we bear your name. That is why today we make this very prayer in the sure knowledge that Biafra will be restored as your own kingdom upon the face of the earth. That you will be worshipped every blessed day of our lives, as our children will do, and so will their children. Until time everlasting we have prayed in your name. Ise.
All right. A great evening all the way from Hello Motherland, South Africa. Once again, we are reaching you live from Johannesburg. We are here to propagate the gospel of redemption, gospel of truth. We are here to make sure that this gospel being preached, this gospel being propagated everywhere. There is nothing can stop us. We are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. We are going home, whether the zoo, whether the construction, whether the enemy of Biafra like it or not. We are going back where Ekekerowa created us, because it's the one that creates human being, is the one that say you must be in this area, you must be the owner of this land. No man can be able to take away. But they can try to deny it, but they cannot be able to stop it, because it's what ordained by Chukwuokike Abiyama. It's what ordained by Creator of mankind. We thank him again. We honor his name. We glorify his name once again. Before we go further, we will not hesitate to go to our great leader, Mazin Namodekano Hamadike, one of Biafra. We say, may Ekekerowa keep strengthening him, keep energizing him in everything that he's doing to make sure that we restore our holy land. We go back where we're supposed to be. We thank him so much for all he's doing to make sure that he carries this gospel of redemption, gospel of truth, all the whole world, to make sure that at the end we are going home. No matter anything, no matter any man, they cannot stop it. Yes, the enemy of Biafra will try anything they can. They will try every possibility they can, but they cannot stop it. That's the fact. That's the truth. They cannot stop it, because it's something that God in heaven, the creator of the earth, heaven and earth, ordained that he must happen. Yes, you might be afraid. You must be anything you like to call yourself. You can be able to remove yourself, but whether you be the enemy of Biafra, whether you side with us, whether you come out and do what you're supposed to do, or you did not come out and do, don't allow Chukwuokike Abiyama to use a grass I repeat again, grass to restore your land, because he said that if man cannot be able to do what they're supposed to, I will raise the grass to do what the man's supposed to do. Don't allow it in your own time, because it's a cost to you. It's a very big cost. You better join the quest of our freedom to make sure that you do your own part, as our leader Ahmadike is doing his own part. Make sure that you propagate, make sure you carry this gospel around the corner, every crook and corner, everywhere you find yourself. Make sure that you preach this gospel, because this gospel is the gospel can be able to save man, can be able to save many people in Africa, can be able to save a lot of people in that dungeon called evil forest, called Nigeria, called cemetery, called contraction. If you still answering that name, it means you are still fooling yourself, and you keep fooling yourself. A fool of 59 years is worst fool ever I can imagine. But if you want to be a man, if you want to be a great person, it's a time for you to draw yourself and go and have your own land, your own identity, because it's something that is very important to any human being. Not the baboons and monkey, not the cowardice, not the idiotic people or idiotic whatever you can call it. The people that are allowing the imposter to control them, the people that are busy yabbing their mouth and palambrating, forgetting who they are. If you side for those, shame unto you. I repeat again, shame to you, because you're not supposed to be a human being. So you really what Buhari called you, baboons and monkey. That is what you are. I'm not the one that called those that are busy yabbing, saying say baba or say whatever. If they did not vote for him, they become baboons and monkey. I'm not the one that say it again. When he was alive, he said that 70% or 5% or whatever, the blood will be shed. I'm not the one that say it. It's your own say, Baba. Those that think that they can be able to say, they come again with another Fulani and bring somebody within them, call it articulated obituary, call it whatever. They try to deceive you. But we told you, there is no light in these things they are doing. There is no light. You refuse to understand. You begin to question. You start making noise, start saying something you're not supposed to say. Had you been, you keep quiet. The pain you are passing now, the suffer you are suffering now, supposed to be end long time ago. Long time ago. That is the same mocking the people of Egyptian mock during the time Moses taking them. They mock, they start yabbing, they start quarreling, they start saying, how come you take us from the land that they are eating garlic and cucumber? Now you ask the same question, how come you want to deny you your articulated obituary? What next? What happened? Now what is going on? You don't ask that question again. You keep mute. You don't ask question. You don't say anything. Now say Baba is still reading you. Those that say Baba, they bring an imposter on top of the crime that is happening in that dungeon called Nigeria. You did not say anything. Nobody is asking question. Nobody is challenging the cabal. You are afraid of them. You've been beaten in your street. You've been molested in your street with their own useless whatever they call it, SACS, call it police, call it army, call it whatever name they like to choose to call it, because they don't know the work they're supposed to do. That is why that entity remain a monkey zone. It remain a baboon zone. Baboons where the idiot, where the people that are supposed to not live there, living there. All these things being going on, you cannot be able to question, you cannot be able to ask. Very soon very soon, rainy season will start again. You have enjoyed dry season a little bit. You have enjoyed dust a little bit. Now you are going to enjoy romanticism and what do you call it? Romanticism and whatever malaria you can call it. Look at the people that are doing the paramedical work. The same people that are supposed to be in the border. Look at the people that are doing immigration work in that Chifo and also. Because whenever I call it Chifo and also, when they break, you hear another one. Because anything there is upside down. That is why you can see the zoo army, the zoo Boko Haram, the people, they didn't even went for anything called medical. They didn't go to school. They never study it, but they are the one they want to put you injection. What are they going to put? They are going to kill you. You see how things is upside down in that evil forest. It's time, it's hard time. It's time for all of us to stand up and say, enough of this mess, enough of this contraction called Nigeria, enough of this backwards thing they call a country, enough of this cage they call Nigeria, enough of this criminal they call a ruler, enough of this imposter that are busy yabbing their mouth, but he will pay the price for Buhari supposed to collect. Although he's dead already, but he's still taking that name as an imposter. Whatever that remains for Buhari, it must go to him and those that you call elite. Nobody is been standing and saying anything. check the people that is in their judiciary, check everything. Everything in that contraction is just upside down. I wonder how you manage to find yourself there, and you still busy saying anything. You still busy talking. You still busy thinking that you are living as a human being. To be honest, you are not a human being again. They don't see you as a human being. They see you as object of killing. That is why whenever you go in on the street, they can see you using, even if they saw you using like this new Nokia like iPhone, you are in trouble. Any gadget they see that is very fine, is nice, you are in trouble. They want to steal it because the foundation of that contraction called Nigeria built with lies, built with corrupt, built with evil. All these things been going on, all these things been moving around. Many people keep quiet because they have shut your mouth. They have cut your leg off. You cannot say anything. They plan everything. They plan everything. The way to mortgage you, the way to put you in abject poverty, the way to make sure that you suffer from day one to the end. They use every manner of things to suppress you, to burn your business, to burn everything, to make sure that you don't have mouth to speak. How can you say that you are in a country? Why all these things been going on? People that call themselves a country, if they have a leader always protect the object. Always protect the people that is ruling. Government is supposed to be government for the people and the people for the... You see? But there is a government for the criminal and the criminal and the looter are for the imposter to the cabal. You can even try to say anything. You see yourself in a big mess. That is the thing. That is the fact. You don't have right of expression. You don't have right to speak. You don't have right to go to the social media to come against things that is evil that is going on. They will block you. They will remove you from the social media. They have money to pay Manzukich, but they don't have money to give you a quality education. They don't have money to give you electricity. They have money to bribe American people $2 million. All of you have forgot it. The moron called Osibanjo was the one that doing the job. They don't have money to provide you a proper hospital where you can be able to go to hospital free. But they have money to make sure that you suffer. They have money to make sure that they deny you quality education. They have money to make sure that they put you in abject poverty. They have money to make sure that you don't have road. They have money to loot. They have money to make sure that you suffer. You call yourself oil nation. You call yourself a country that you have oil, but you don't see anything. How can you call yourself you are in a country? That is things that if you see it, you can be able to stand and say, this thing is not a country. It never be a country. How come they call it a country? Who created this thing? Where is how the name come? Which place? Who signed the amalgamation? All these things are questions you're supposed to be asking these people. But you never did. You busy. Palambrenting and calling yourself the evil forest called Nigeria. You busy jumping up and down and say that you are in a dead zone. You busy thinking that there is a light that will come out from this mess, the business entity owned by Britain. It's a time for all of us to make sure that we go back where we're supposed to be, which is land of your own, which is to make yourself to be an indigenous, the owner of the land, because without those things you are doomed. Without those things there is nothing called you are nobody. You are nobody. There is no way you can be able to survive in this Holocaust called Nigeria. There is no way you can be able to see light in this Holocaust called evil forest, called contraction, called Nigeria. Well, I would love to say, I would love to thank everyone that working assiduously, that we must restore and to energize, to increase our effort. And even our deputy Mazuchem is doing a lot so that we will get out from this mess, get out from this dungeon, get out from this contraction called Nigeria. Oh my goodness, they are doing perfectly well to make sure that we go out and be a human being. I love them whenever I hear this voice, whenever I hear them, whenever I remember those that are fighting for, and whenever I remember those that have paid the ultimate price, it makes me keep forward, it makes me to stand. Whenever I remember my people that died in Kwashoko, whenever I remember those that have paid the ultimate price with their life during the massacre, during the head bridge, during the Akwa Ibom, during the Asaba, will I continue mentioning it? Aba Ngwa High School, I know many people that have paid the ultimate price, men and women, gallant soldiers, because they are the people I can call human being. They are the people I can call gallant men and women, not in those that come from this evil forest, come from this contraction called Nigeria, those that come from this Holocaust called Nigeria, the entity that you can hear only nothing but worst thing ever you can imagine in your life. Where you don't see light, where you don't see good thing, where you don't see justice, where you don't see protection, only death zone, no road, no quality education, nothing you can be able to compare and say, oh my God, thank you. You cannot thank God in that area, because angry man is a hungry man. You don't see all those things. Rather, you see something that will make sure that will make you angry, that will make you to not feel human being. Rather, you join the quest of our freedom. Stand up and call yourself who you're supposed to be. Stand up and take what belongs to you. Stand up and proclaim who you are, because all we need is freedom. You don't need anything rather than that. You don't need anything rather than your own identity. How come you be in that mess? You keep jumping. You keep calling yourself useless, because whenever you mention that name called Nigeria, you call yourself a useless. We must go home. We have to go home. You know, we have to go home. We'll be right back. After that, we'll open our line. Nobody can take it away from you. That is what you're supposed to telling yourself. No one can be able to remove you from who you are. No one can be able to deny you your identity. Anything that would cause you to stop what you're supposed to do to restore your own identity, you tell that team, get out from my way. Get out from my way. Anybody that coming to around you, anybody that are preaching to you to tell you that seeking for your freedom is a crime, it is enemy of progress. That person don't love you. Anybody that preaching to you to join, continue with this contraction called Nigeria, is also enemy of progress. He want your own unborn generation to continue dying. He want those checking points to continue being in your land. He want you to not see a quality education. He want you to not see a proper electricity electricity. Should I continue naming them? A good thing that you deserve. That is why they can be able to, because they always eat your own benefit. That's why they want you to stay in that Holocaust, that evil forest, that place they call you baboons and monkey. It's a hard time you stand up and take what belongs to you and restore your own identity and restore who you are and restore your dignity. Because you have to do so. You have to go crazy whenever you hear about Biafra. You have to turn yourself mad whenever you hear that your identity is going to be restored, because it's something that will make you to not travel through Mediterranean Sea, to not go via the desert and lose your life. It's the only thing that will make you to not die again in prison, where you can be able to get whatever you need. You know, so many people will look for green pasture in America and you look for green pasture in London. But when they go there, they become another slave. They work themselves out of themselves. They work tireless. They cannot rest. Because of what? They wanted to see a little bit good thing they are seeing in America or in London or in Switzerland or in Europe. Why can't you fight for your right? Why can't you stand as an owner of the land and make sure that they come to your land? Because whenever you restore your own identity, you are so intelligent, you are so brilliant, you have it all. You have what it takes to travel down to your own nation. You can build anything you like to be, because the world, I will say, the world started from you, black man. Even the oldest book, where is Egypt? Ask them that question, where is Egypt? It's in your land. All these things. Everything. Even the medicine you are drinking started from you. You call it tablet. Democracy start from you. You have it all. They came and see what a finest democrat people you are. They become jealous. You have it all. Stand up and take that identity. Draw it back. Whatever you will do, do it extra. Go extra mile to make sure that you restore your land through the indigenous people of Biafra with our leader Ohamadike. He said $1. You can go extra mile and do more than that. As you normally do it in your own 31st crossing night, you go and go banana, do whatever you want to do to cross overnight. You're supposed to do it in another way. As my leader told you, if you do this thing like this, do it like this. If it didn't work, even in a business, if you are in a business, if you are doing it this way, if it never working for you, you change another way. Why can't you change to restore your identity? To see if you will still dying young. Why can't you stand as a man that own the land? They are stealing every resources. Why can't you stand? They find you. You normally do refining. You do the local refining. They call your own local. They call their own international. Refine. It's also refined. You do your palm kernel. You refine it. You make it. You people eat it. It's also refined. All these things, they never brought it for us. They never tell us how to harvest the cassava and change it to become a gari, because we are intelligent. That is what you're supposed to be asking yourself. How come you lose that thing? How come they change who you are? How come they make you to remain lower than even the way they want you to is still lower than grave? How come all these things happen to you? How come you busy there? They're taking the glory. You are the one that working yourself tireless. But who is taking the glory? Is them. But your land, how is your land? How is your own identity? Where is your own land? What is going on in your own area? You find Mieti Allah, Fulani, jihadis, they are busy with AK-47 standing on the street. Give me this 20 naira, you refuse to take carry Ken, Kai, like a cattle. Kai, Mumu, Kai, they be flogging you, everybody standing, there's nothing you can do because you choose to be as monkeys and baboons, the one they're supposed to flog, no longer the cow. They treat cow with care, but they treat you worse than the cow. They can do anything. Many things that are going on in that evil forest. Even the governors around, the people that call themselves, they are most useless people I have ever seen in my life. Something will happen in your area. They say, hey, you just rape one. You rape one. Hey, oh God, oh boy. This kind of thing cannot happen here. Yes, it's Africa. You cannot come out openly and say you just rape one in Johannesburg. Whoever you are, only one, you rape one. Shame unto you. Shame to you that call yourself a Nigerian. Rape one. Can you do that in America? Can you do that in that land, England? The people that mortgage you. Can you say such a thing? You just rape one. So you want to rape 20 times before you call it a rape? Oh my goodness. If you hear all those things, if you see those things, I know there's many things that are hidden, many things that we are not hearing, many things that are going under the carpet. Many people don't understand, and there is no way they can be able to. Many people being killed in their own yard, in their own village. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody can challenge them. Nobody can come out because you are blind. Because you choose to call yourself a contraction, call Nigeria. But if you open your eyes, if you call yourself who you are, if you stand as an indigenous, if you stand as a Biafra, if you stand in a field that you're supposed, in a platform you're supposed to be, then you can be able to speak. You will remove that fear in you and open the hidden thing, the secret that are going on in that evil forest. Then you can be able to learn. Then you can be able to say, I've been blind so many years. They have been fooling you. Forget about the elite. Forget about whatever Oche do. The Oche Kita, Oche Monkey, Oche Bamboo, Oche. They call themselves. All these things will keep going on if you never remove yourself from this. One day is one day. If they molest you like this, molest you, Britain, the world news will not say anything. They cannot say anything. If they keep molesting you, you keep quiet. You keep calling yourself one evil forest, one cemetery, one burial ground called Nigeria. If you keep calling yourself that, one day they will mount a toll gate in front of your home. They will mount toll gate in front of your yard. Before you touch your wife, you pay. Before your children greet you, they will pay. Before you enter your house, before you go to your bed, you pay toll gate. It's a time for all of us to stand up and take what belongs to us and energize and add our effort regarding the restoration of our nation, Biafra, our beautiful nation, our motherland, Biafra. It's a time for all of us to do so. This is Radio Biafra. Hello, Motherland, South Africa. Still reaching you live from Johannesburg. I'm your humble servant, Mazi Chidera Odogele. Come from Makanite. Makanite is in Bend in Omahia Province. In case if you want to bring your own contribution, it's time for you to do so. Our lines still remain the same, +27612156429. I repeat again, +27612156429. You can call us on WhatsApp. WhatsApp alone, +27611696375. I repeat again, +27611696375. And you can, our mother can call us on their own platform, +27652277021. I repeat again, +27652277021. They can call it normal call or WhatsApp, or you can call it on Skype. Motherland, I repeat again, Motherland, our lines are open. You can bring your own contribution. You can be able to say the way it's going on in that evil forest. I know that many people have trying to go back to their destination, but I know what they are going to pass through because of that thing they call zoo passport. Many people that come back will not go back home because of what? They did not commit any crime, but because the crime they commit is because of that thing they call zoo identity. If you choose to belong to zoo, because that's what you will get. We must make fast to go out. When we want to travel, we travel like a king, like a kings and princess. You know what I mean by like a kings and princess? You can go to holidays. You can say, I just want to see another thing. I just want to view another thing in another place. You just travel like a king and princess, not to go and walk yourself, not to go and put yourself in exile with that. Oh my goodness. Our lines are open. Call us and bring your own contribution. This is Hello Motherland, South Africa. We're still reaching you live from Johannesburg. Bring your own contribution, bring your own whatever that is going on in your own area. Expose the contraction, call Nigeria, because we are going home. No one can be able to stop us. No one can be able to stop the moving train in everything that we are doing. You must remember there's a lot of people has paid the ultimate price, and many has come and go regarding about the quest of our freedom, and the people still willing to do so because they love their land, they love their motherland. We are going home. We are fanatical about our land. We are fanatical about who we are. Nobody can be able to stop us. Nobody can be able to deny what belongs to us. Nobody can take it away from us. Let's go to the caller on Skype. Our lines are open. Call us and bring your caller on Skype. Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother, my children, God again.
A great evening from here.
Good evening here. Why is it Piaman Bomba Chihana? That goes a gun. Chibanoza for Hebrew. Why is it Chibanoza? Hebrew, Chibanoza. Mazin there with my brother.
Bless you.
Ogulogondai. Kokaba Nanya end. I love with my brother. Onyendo Commemorates Oshugu Prezanya. We will continue to appreciate you. We continue to love you till the end of time. Onyo na sorry I ga ngowoke and Chineke boyok. We love you. We are together. We are going home together. Mazi anyị na-ala n'Igbo but ada chatty hola. We are going at the appropriate time. And Mazi, see one thing. You know this our brothers in Biafra land. Mazi, we still love them. We appreciate them. Hand on their neighbor warrant. Hey, all an actual warrant half ma. About the idiots, idiot among them. They had the call war, the radical Biafrans, defending our land. And now Bahamba, all hand with the obodo. I want to have a mass about Hoebaga, where by Lialon. I need lower by any legala, Ozunile, Laganoyola. I need legala de Yola. I got one obodo. I gender the bag agent the la. Mazi, I appreciate them. I appreciate all of them. Mazi, it is interesting me on a Mobium. When this my beloved brother from Biafra land, Hana about this platform, Hane Bambane Kundonde Yola. I had that children Hane Jojo. No, that's what we are calling. We are calling. I need Jinja Yola. All they are right. It's not a privilege. continue calling from Biafra land anywhere na anyị na ahịa ọnụ na-aba na mgbe ọwa obodo ọnụ any idiot ọ nọkara ya ala Chineke akpọ ekwefe na hazi ụlọ Maazị one of my brothers Chidemem Obikwu I like the way he vibrates Maazị maka Chineke Maazị ba ha na-ekwu ọ nọ na-agbụghị ọ na-aba mba so na ndị ha batara Chineke gba ha ọkụ who are them Maazị achịsa ndị afọ ofu onye akụtu ohu yola look at how the three policemen are insulting that guy from Enugu with a rifle slapping him see he couldn't fall Maazị I pray Amama did that day when our boys will have something in their hand director said it 2 weeks I know Daura maka Chineke 2 weeks we are in Daura we'll face them and forget all this nonsense that look Maazị see how these idiots they can lie they told the whole world that they have removed checkpoints in Biafra land. Then who killed those men? Those two people yesterday in Yanagua?
That's it. Chifo and also even in their own area, Chief they killed somebody in front of the bank. They shot the young man. The other one is my goodness. Oh my goodness. Pierce from neck to what? No, where is the governor? Where is that thing that shot that gun? Only ordinary people are looking for the man, but who signed them to that work? So there's nobody signed work again. You see, it's a contraction. They don't know the people. You see, if any crime happen here, it's like a police work. We just only the police number, vehicle number. Pick that vehicle number, you get all the whole people that went for that assignment. But in that dungeon, that evil, that cemetery, there is no such. It's not a country. It cannot. That thing cannot happen in England. I'm saying it. Their farm father, or whatever they call it, their creator. That thing cannot happen in their creator land. Their creator. It cannot happen in their creator land. You saw another area. You say army are busy checking the immigration work. This thing is just upside down. Contraction go. Everything is upside down. That is not a country. Why? People must wake up and reject this name. They don't know the meaning of that name. Maybe that's something that many people supposed to go and do. They give you a name, you don't know if he's becoming dead. Imumu. They give you mumu, you answering it. Mercy, go ahead.
So what annoyed me in that situation was that the so-called commissioner of police came there, seeing the situation, he couldn't remedy, at least try to offset the bill, the hospital bill first. What he said, his sympathy goes to the family and the friends. Why the small girl is there crying?
Asking the bank to pay, asking the people to help, asking, Mazi, maybe it's one alamajiro. Fulani case is federal talk. One alamajiro. No. They don't even say we have arrested the man that caused this sin. They don't say it.
Mazi is a Fulani SARS or whatever they call that. They are useless them. And the funniest thing is, where is our people? And this thing happened in front of the park of that so-called useless piece or whatever the air transport company. And this is a billionaire. We are talking. These are people. Anyway, Mazi, when we get there, we cross it. Let's all leave it there. Mazi, another thing I saw in the media now. Look at. Let me shock you. This. It's in Facebook. People in Facebook must have seen it. This boy called Isaac Promise. This Isaac Promise is a former Zoo youth captain. The place called Zoo. That's Nigeria. He was a 31-year-old boy. He was their former captain. And he died in America. Now they have buried him in his village, Umudim or Hekelem. And there was no zoo represent, no NFL.
No, they gave him a present, a zoo flag. They gave him zoo flag. That is an F visited him. Mazi, I want to say something regarding. Director said it. even if you are there, had you been this man that died today, acquainted me say, or he joined this his family, IPOB, you're supposed to see another different barrier today.
Mazi is unfortunate.
If you walk with the contraction called Nigeria, you come back shame. Many of them, many people supposed to be reason and changing their thinking by now. Go ahead, Mazi.
Yeah. Mazi, I have to do a better one. The rest of Nuku Mawaka, Wara, Ola, Organa, Organa more. Mazi, here local Mezole. Saudi Zoo come back in shame. Look at our sisters have been buried, our brothers, I mean. They're burying them. Look at how they go to social media every time they're making burial. They are wasting them, taking them to Sambisa, setting even their captains to Hagan and set up. Mazi is quite unfortunate, but we have to go on because will be organized. At the end of the day, victory is ours. Mazi, that's in Enugu West and Enugu North. Please, you can still be calling numbers. We are connecting you to your people to make sure that you get transmitted. Radio Biafra is working around it because this is a capital city, Enugu. Please, if you are from this area, Enugu West, Enugu North, call these numbers. I appreciate all of you who have been calling since today, and we are connecting you. Do the needful. Abaka, yeah, Mazi, I give them my number once again, plus 48 739 672 638. Please call these numbers. We connect you to your people. We link you up to your own people, to your own town. Gather and put transmitter for your people so that they can be getting this Radio Biafra because you don't know what they are missing. Radio Biafra. Because this number plus 48 739 672 638. I repeat, plus 48 739 672 638. Because I connect or go to the right people. When God knows I am what to do. God wicked in another Radio Biafra na erikwe n'uru na anyị na-eri. Chukwu oke aba keep all of you. Ndewe na Mazi aka mbụ nwa afọ ụmụaka dachi ekrorek ndewe sa.
Thank you very much. Let's move to the caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, very much. Good evening from here. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. My brother, Pastor Jack. So your brother. Today I'm calling. This is the first time all through this year I'm speaking to you.
Happy New Year.
I'm calling all the way from Iguacha. Happy New Year. Sent to you, my brother. I'm reaching you direct all the way from Iguacha. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, my fellow dear friend, wherever you are listening from. I say, may Chukwu Ekebema continue to protect and guide us. He may cause to restore our dear nation. In the name of Chukwu Ekebema, we pray. I want to reference our leader, Madike Oyenduwan, whom God has given us at this perilous time for the sole purpose of the restoration of our dear country, and nothing more or less than this. That is just the truth. I want to appreciate our deputy who have been there side by side with our leader, and I want to appreciate the board of directors, the DOS, and every coordinator working sincerely in accordance with the laid down rule of indigenous people. May God continue to bless them. But simply, I just want to talk about a few things. I saw the picture of that our brother Promise Isaac, who played for ADFF and is it MPC or ADFF? The guy died, and the guy is being buried. None of the zoo contraction is there to represent the so-called country that our brother was representing. It's so unfortunate. Of course, we know them. It's not a new thing to us. That is why we have been telling you people we are not one. They never care about you. They don't love you, and they will never. All they want for you is death and nothing but death and suffering. They want your situation to be like that of Almajiri, that you see them, they have no mother, no father, they roam around, take drugs, kill people at will, at random, anyhow they want. That is not the kind of life we wish we wish or hope for our own people. We hope for a better life for every indigenous person. We hope for a better future. Everybody will have equal opportunity to do things the way it should be done. And in order to meet, in order to meet your, in order to explore your potentiality God have given unto you. But more so, our people, I want to advise you people, forget about the shenanigans they are sharing or the almajiris are saying in newspaper that do we need the presidency in 2023 or do we need Biafra? Of course, they know what we need, but they are using it as a kind of plot to see if there is their last trial or chance. If we can say, okay, give us the hungry.
Mazi, I want to pause you a little bit. If they want,
Okay.
if they want to ask the question, let them ask it in a proper way. Let us go to platform of referendum. Let's know if the people,
Exactly.
if the people who want this evil entity to continue. Not only us, as my leader Ohamadikewe, one of Biafra, say that even Kanu or Kaduna, I don't like that. Kanu or Kaduna, they are now divided. They are no longer
Fine.
in one. Let's see if
Of
there's a
course.
people that want one contraction, one evil forest again. Go ahead.
That is just the truth. Of course, they are divided. Gbagi is saying the same different thing. Kanuri is saying different thing. All of them are saying different thing entirely because they have come to realize that the Fulani people only came to enslave them, nothing more. The people we see pushing barrow and all that, majority of them are also people. They call Fulanis, they give them Okada and something better they will do to earn money and that. But far away from that, if they need anything, they want us to answer them on anything, it must have to be on referendum. Of course, that is just the answer. There's no other way we can talk about it. We all those people are all those people opening their mouths, searching their mouths, making talking rubbish on newspaper. That is not our business. Our business is either we get our nature restored or nothing. So if they want to test their own resolve or they want to test to see how many people who are in support of their evil plan or agenda of presidency, they should put it on referendum. Let's go there and try. It is only then can we. It's only then shall we concede a thinking of any other option outside this. If the majority of the votes say no, but I know the majority of the votes can never ever. Even the child you are carrying in your womb today is in the womb, but he's telling you, "I need the land of the rising sun." So that is how that is the thing here. There's no gain saying all this thing, but in a nutshell, all our people, please, this is the relay station that we are crying every day. I want to use this medium to plead with the leadership of indigenous people. If it will be permissive for instruction to be given to various countries or zones, as the case may be, for us to raise little money by ourselves. There are some of us, or majority of us, who are willing to bring out little thing for this relay station. Since many states or many localities cannot get this thing, and we have been calling on individuals, they are there relaxing. Now look at what happened to driver of the peace. But we are the one talking about it. Go to about there and see where peace bought about $50 million and also in about opposite about town hall, they are about 50 million naira. But we are here now talking about the problem that affected his driver. But you are calling them to go and bring 1 naira or 2 naira for us to do this thing, and they are thinking they are doing us favor. Whereas we are bringing our little penny we are getting on a daily basis in order to make sure this information. So if instruction could be given for us to contribute this little, some who may want to give 1,000, some who may want to pay 500, that little way, every coordinator collect and submit the way we normally submit our monthly due, and let them target relay station and give us receipt for that. And if after collecting all these things, we identify these places that we needed to put this in, there are so many areas we identify these places, at least put one or two, as the case may be, depending on the capacity or the nature of the area we put, so that instead of these people to be making guide for us when we call for assistance, we ourselves will be able to achieve some results. That is my plea to them. If it will be possible, leadership to please help us on this angle, we will be able to fund the project. That is my suggestion and that is my appeal to them. So having said that, there's no going back. We must have to We must have to work as seriously hard, and we must have to get at the land of the rising sun, put it in place and restore it, where humanity we understand what the beauty of life is, and where we have equal opportunity to practice our belief, everything we want to, and pursue our goal. And in the end, we will become illiterate will go and kill us because we want to exercise our own freedom. Thank you very much, Odobele. Let me sign up from here. God bless you.
From my broken soul, we keep walking down the road. They killed our mothers, fathers, and our sons. We are light, we are the lights of the world. We come from the land of the rising sun. Every single day we keep rising up. No matter what they do, we are never giving up. This is my message to the world. Embrace Biafra. Embrace redemption. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. Embrace our freedom. Embrace our victory. We shall win in the end. We are stars, we are the greatest stars. No matter where we go, we rise to the sky. All around the world, we see greatness in the sight. Every day and night, we struggle for our lives. We are one, we are the chosen ones. Chukwokike is the one to give us victory. Bring us back to the land flowing with milk and honey, breaking all the chains and pain of slavery. This is my message to the world. Embrace Biafra. Embrace redemption. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. Embrace our freedom. Embrace our victory. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. We are coming, we are coming, we are not alone. We are fighting, fighting with the power of love. Forever and ever we shall reign in the world. This is my message to the world. This is my message to the world. Embrace Biafra. Embrace Biafra. Embrace redemption. Embrace redemption. We shall win in the end. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. This is my message to the world. Embrace our freedom. Embrace our freedom. Embrace our victory. Embrace our victory. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. We are coming, we are coming, we are not alone. We are fighting, fighting with the power of love. Forever and ever we shall reign in the world.
We are coming. We are not alone. We are fighting the truth with truth and thunder and fire and brimstone. They think that they can be able to stop this quest of our freedom. No one can be able to stop it. That's a promise to the contraction called Nigeria, called Evil Forest, called whatever you choose to call it. Because it remained a dead zone, buried ground, a place you cannot call a country. In case if you don't have the line to call, I'll repeat it again. +27612156429. I repeat again, +27612156429. I repeat, +27612156429. Or you can call us on WhatsApp +27611696375. I repeat, +27611696375. Our lines never change, still remain the same. If there's any change, I will let you know. You can call us and bring your own contribution. Skype, Motherland. I repeat again, Motherland. You can call us. Or our women line still remain +27652277021. I repeat, +27652277021. Let's go to the caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Maazị Chidela Odogene. Maazị Chidela Odogene. Maazị, good evening from Indian land, Asian side.
A great evening from here.
My name is Maazị Ejike. I'm calling you from Indian, precisely Mumbai here. Maazị, ana m ekene unu. Ana m egwu ikporo die owenduka mụ nọ na-atọ m. I just remember one statement Ohamadike made on New Year, Christmas Eve night. Maazị ima ezokwu ezigbote tension na card votozu. These people is moving up and down everywhere. Every movement of Biafra, but everything is not working in the way they are planning it. Okay, I try go can have bribe or to retire, impossible. I try go can have bribe or go, impossible. I'm not get we go to Google, can Google delete everything Basalo, Nigerian, British, and Biafran document no on Google. Mana, it's impossible thing. Only person had Zuga by which now shame will surely come on that man called Zugabai, because you know that Nigeria the highest quota, and to those highest quota can they not contribute to na Facebook from that zoology? Is it not Igbos and nonsense some Westerners hana nonsense? But I thank God, Maazị Chidela, we are going further. We are 1,000 steps ahead of them. They can't stop our struggle. No matter whatever they do, they can't stop it. Maazị, ana m ekene. Another thing also into you for this broadcast, New Year, Christmas broadcast is very, very interesting. I'm happy the way she repeats that broadcast all time. The broadcast, the information is very deeply. If you cool down, listen to all the whole broadcast, it is a lot of information. And two, some people, thank you. Oh, one of our brother Money today. Before Money Jai can have all these things. But now this man used his own mouth today. Now, guy, their fan is shaking the whole world. Maazị, I thank you. But now we are going home. No matter the circumstances. And two, if I'm a good thing, it's also only good thing. Come on, here with it. Obla joy, you're very easy. Like bombing a hand before cash and you're nearly. Man, a good thing with the most hardest thing in this world.
Exactly.
But what I'm telling everybody, we are going home. No matter the circumstances, we are getting much intimidation in the face. They are too much. Much in my own fatherland, Biafra. I'm telling you, Maazị. I thank you so much. An American or Hamadike, an American IPOB, principal officers, Dikunua, Ike Peters, Alozie, Maazị Chidela, African Lab, Jojo Ibe, an American Unine, or the his Ekenepende on a buy Biafran land, or the easy with everything. Every persecution, intimidation, harassment, and a face. So send now Haji de see Kahaji. We are coming home. Biafran is here. We are not going back for anything. No matter the circumstances. Mazan American soon Daru GC came.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He
Good
said,
night.
thank you very much for your contribution. We are coming. We are not coming alone. We are coming with the thunder and brimstone. We are coming with the fire. We are coming with the hell. In case if you forgot, I never forgot that one. We are coming with hell that will burn this hell thing. Over hell. We are going to over hell it. I love that paragraph. And I still remember whatever my leader said. Even if Biafra come, we must finish them, remove them from this. They don't need to be anywhere in the map because they don't. Then they never qualified to be there. It's better the Hausa people wake up now. That is day. Let everyone wake up when there is daybreak. In case if you still sleeping, it's time for you to wake up. Because when Biafra go, Mieti Allah will finish you final. Mieti Allah will overrun you. They will use your land as a base. It's not a child play. That's a promise what they will do to you. You will cry a bell. And we, the indigenous people of Biafra, we are coming. We are coming. We are going. We are coming to take what belongs to us. Let's go to the caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning from here,
A great evening, but we cannot hear you. Your voice is faint.
Okay, let me read. Let me try to know if I can read. Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Go ahead.
Okay. So my brother, I am Mr. Afamefuna, calling from Asia land. I hail from UK in Iboiti, local government, Enugu State, Biafra land, that I reside here in Asia. My brother, I heard what you are saying now, and let me tell you, my brother. You know, go and watch and see now. You will say it. This is you, government. The next thing now, since they know that the world have started bringing the atrocities they committed against the against the people, against the masses, since they have now discovered that the world have been looking into their matters, into the atrocities they committed, especially on Biafra. Now, watch and see what they are going to do next is one day now you will hear it. Just mark this word. They will very soon you will hear one day they will just announce that that Muhammad Buhari, represented by Jubril from Sudan, yeah, is dead. And immediately they will announce it maybe by 2 o'clock. Before 4 o'clock, they will put a stick in that thing they will use to go, and they will just fold something, put a stick. Thank you. They will just bring a stick and put into white cloth, fold it and go and throw away. And that is all. And from there, they will like to cover, they use it to cover all the atrocities, because since that pedophile Muhammad Buhari, even during even before his death, even during 1984 that he reigned, since of his leadership in Nigeria, in that zoo called Nigeria, he's been killing, killing everywhere. If you doubt it, go and listen to the my late musician Fela Kuti. Go and listen to his music. He told the world a part of what that stupid man called Muhammad Buhari late, that is being represented by a Sudanese, pretending to be. In short, if you see that man being there now, that Sudanese being there, very soon his. I know. I know, but let me tell you the truth. Wherever he is now, he is shaking. He is shivering. I'm telling you the truth. Can't you see? Just go and watch the video when the another baboon from Yoruba land called Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of the most corrupt entity in that zoo called Nigeria visited him. Can't you see that Sudanese is hiding his hands? I don't think if you watch the video, he's hiding his hands. Yes, that's to show you that everything about that Sudanese is being hidden. Can't you see that even New Year message, the idiot could not come out openly to address the masses? My dear brother, the only truth there is that even them, they know that the country called Zoo is gradually sinking. And they know they will not come openly to tell you that they know that the zoo is gradually sinking. But all they have to do is all these things that they are doing now, causing havoc everywhere, killing the nearest people that they can kill, all this yes, that is what they, because they know that they are on the last fight. They are now doing the last thing they can do. Okay, can't you see now that the idiots have gathered together to to agree that they want to restructure after all they have done. Okay, our leader was then telling them about all these things, but after they have taken the war to his mother's land, there in Abia State, and killed many people, and they killed our brothers and sisters. Now they now talk of restructure, and the time of all those restructure is no longer there. What we stand for is Biafra. Forget all those people, all those their slaves that they are that is hanging around there in Biafra land, because my own comment remains that ụbọchị a ga-akpụ isi akpụ afụ ọnụ. Ụbọchị a ga-akpụ isi a ga-akpụkọdo afụ ọnụ. A ga-akpụ afụ ọnụ kpụkọdo everything. Even those of them that is wearing Sudan, confusing themselves, calling themselves priests and all the rest of them. Okay, let me ask you, my brother. Do you know since the massacre of people at Nimbo, Enugu State, I've been watching to see whenever the bishop there will come to the television and condemn, encountered it. You cannot see something like, okay, come to Enugu. It happened at Ogo. It happened. You will be there answering bishops, answering priests, and you discover that your masses, your followers, the parishioners under you, the members are dying on a daily basis, and you cannot say. Even Jesus told his people, the disciples, that when a shepherd lost one of his sheep, he will abandon the 99 and go and look for that one. But my brother, this is a place where a shepherd will be looking straight ahead, and the sheep will be missing from 10s, 20s, 30s, and the shepherd will even join those that is killing the sheep. And after they will tell me they are fathers, they are mothers, they are this, they are bishops, they are my brother. Let's just remain focused and resolute. Let's be relentless as we are doing it, because my brother, the way I am seeing it, I am already in Biafra land. Biafra is already here.
You say thank you
my
very
brother,
much.
Thank you for what you are doing, and thanks to all of you that is helping in this struggle. May Chukwu Okadama keep on blessing you from whatever you lay your hands upon. Thank you, my brother.
He said thank you very much. Caller online, can you hear me?
Good evening, Madam. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Good evening, dear friends. Good evening, friends of dear friends and lovers of freedom across the globe. My regards to our leader, Hamadike, our supreme leader, Mazin Namjoku Kano, and his amiable deputy, Mazin Choka for Mefo, Okabateke, Okuku, Nibe, and every principal officer of IPOB across the globe. I want to thank you especially, you guys that are in the media, propagating this very gospel of restoration, the gospel of truth, the gospel of righteousness. Mazi Chidera, my name is Mazi Okafo. I'm calling you from Oka province, Biafra land. I am a native of Udenu, Inubolafo, Enugu province, Biafra land. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate all the callers. We are doing great, and Biafra is here. All of us should be happy. This is our year of Jubilee. This is the year we will jubilate and thank Chukwu Kikadiama for setting us free. It is this year. It must be this year. I was on just kind of looking up to social media. I saw where Devil Umahi was saying that our leader, our great leader, Mazi Namdi Okukano, the leader of Biafran people across the globe, that he using Biafra to scam people. It's no longer they're no longer talking about inviting our leader to come because they know that he's no longer on their level. Now he's talking like women that are in the marketplace. He cannot mind his useless administrative work or bringing Fulani to take over his state, Ebonyi state, to betray the good people of Ebonyi state. Ebonyi people are dogged people. If Ebonyi people are channeled very well, Ebonyi people are like the forces of the military of Israel. Those are hard men. But today, Bumahi is disarming them and arming the enemy, the Fulani herdsmen, surrounding the whole Ebonyi with Fulani herdsmen. Otuko Kikadiam will continue to punish him and his generation. Mazi Chinera, our brother Mazi Foreign, Mozoki Foreign Osiwu, he was saying that these people are deceiving us, that they say they have removed checkpoints. The news in the zoo, if you hear that they say we have taken one thing away, know you that it is opposite. That what they mean is that they have quadrately redoubled it. My brother, I'm giving the report as of today. From Aroma Junction in Oka to Okuzu Junction, you will get nothing less than 6 checkpoints. You get nothing less than 6 checkpoints. And in the night, once it's around 7 now, they will come out in mass. In Fidelity Bank, Ukwoji, for those who are conversant with that terrain, you will see a checkpoint there. Their duty is just to be collecting money from Tricycle, which is kicking a pepe. You will see another checkpoint just within Fidelity and the Pulse University. You see another checkpoint there. You cross that place to Amor, you see another checkpoint. All around the streets, you see them extorting money from the poor and wretched masses that have no hope except that of the restoration of Biafra. When these things are happening during the day, and within the altar where we are living, those KK people pay as much as 450 naira for tickets.
I want to say something. If you can remember one of our leader broadcasts, there's something that we're supposed to do to play safe. You know, when they are doing those things, there's appropriate channel. Our leader said that those videos should go there. You know, as they mentioned that they have removed them, if our people show it where they're supposed to post it, you understand what I mean? Yeah. We will know who is saying the truth. Because we know that the zoo called contraction build with a lie. You can continue, but let our people do the proper job. Let them do the thing they're supposed to do. When they see all these things, they're supposed to do it very clean.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. It's
okay, my brother. It's okay. It's noted. But the only thing here is, you know, in anything we are doing, we need to play safe.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Play safe and do it right. Immediately you do it, delete it from your phone. As soon as you do it, delete it from your phone to avoid implicate you, because you don't know the next step you're going to meet another person. Immediately you got it, do the needful, delete it immediately. It's there already.
It's all right, sir.
Go ahead.
It's noted. So I just want to remind us and remind the whole world that, in fact, calling Nigeria a zoo is an understatement. These people, this place is, I don't know, this place may be worse than hellfire, because even Satan may be more compassionate than the zoo government. Satan might have mercy on somebody, but the zoo government might not, for any reason, show any mercy to Biafrans. Biafrans they are being placed for destruction, total destruction. But Chuko Kutadama, who brought our leader Mazin Amjoku Kano, we never allow them to achieve their aim. Rather, they will see Biafra coming out victoriously and taking care of the entire Africa. That is why God placed us here. No matter the subjugation, no matter the horror, we will survive and we will excel. I want to use this very opportunity to call upon our people, those from Enugu North Senatorial Zone, known as Nsuka, including issues of local government, because it's all about divide and rule. They carved out the issues of local government, and that made most of our people around there to say that they are not Nsuka. But I know that when I was young, we go for marching in issues of local government, which is Ikemu, close to Hanfu. That is where we go our marching from Udenu. But today, a lot of people who are from that issues of local government, because of divide and rule, some of them will claim that they are no longer Nsuka. I want to beckon upon everyone who comes from that very axis. Let us do the needful. You should make inquiry, just like our brother Okefo is making every effort to connect us. I have connected with my people back home, and we are making every arrangement possible to see that we store a relay station there to make sure that our people would not go back. And we should be it should be noted that it is only those within the Nsuka axis, when they are strong, they will reinforce and enter Igala, because those of our brothers have been deceived so long. Enter Igala, enter Igede, enter Idoma. My hometown is the boundary town between Enugu State and Benue State. Most of every activities of most of the Idoma people there are done in our markets. There are places known as Afojogbo, Ikakpa, Fube, and the rest of it. Those are Idoma people who have nowhere to trace their origin except coming down to Enugu State to do their business, and whatever thing they are doing is just within Enugu State. But these people have brainwashed us that even in those days when we were growing up, we call them deaf, not knowing that they are our brothers. Those are the things we call them because we feel that they are our enemies. Divide and rule. So this is the time that Nsuka has to embrace the Doma people, embrace the Igala people, embrace the Igede people, and we can only do this by installing this radio station to make Nsuka a formidable family of IPOB, and then from there we can now go into our brothers Igala, Idoma, and Igede. It is very important. This radio FM station, if it is not important in every other part of the Biafra land, it is important in Nsuka axis, because those are where the army just stepped in, and through Nsuka they penetrate into Enugu, and our leader said that only 3 months Enugu State falls. So we need to embrace IPOB in Nsuka and become a formidable force, so that what happened in 1967 will never repeat itself any longer. Nsuka is going to be a war front where anybody who passes there will be crushed. We need to do the needful. Our brothers, especially our brothers in diaspora, do the needful. Themselves, and they are making progress. Nsuka has to take suit, follow suit, and do the same. Thank you, and may God bless you, my children of the Thank
you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next caller online. All right, we must continue. This is Radio Biafra. Hello, motherland, South Africa. We are reaching. In case if you've been calling, it's one at a time. I cannot be able to jump from this call to this call. You can keep calling. It's your time to bring your own contribution. Let's go back to the caller online. Caller online, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear my honorable lecturer, Good evening from here. My name is Mazic. Great evening, my name is Mazic. I'm calling from Obola for Soka, Biafra land. It's like this evening broadcast is like my people from Soka, we are owner of it, and I love it very well. That means my people is coming up. So I use this opportunity and encourage every fans, especially my leader Mazinam Dekano, Yiruko for a time, a man who has made call to start living like a human being, because I still say it time without number. It's not because of one of Biafra land. Our moment, everything about us, our memory, our brain, everything you are thinking, you are always thinking like animal. But he is the one that makes us to start behaving like a human being. I say, may God Almighty, who signed him in this journey, keep on protecting him, because we are the most luckiest generation since ever the world was created. Because if you go and ask any generation, they have not experienced this type of being. But no matter all our things, no matter all our atrocities, God sent him at this point in time to rescue us from this type of dangerous situation that we have. And same thing go to our deputy man to come from the man is really trying. This is a man. They have come and show the world. You know that before they will say that you should not trust Biafra. That any Biafra man say that you should wait here, you should keep on running. But Marina Mazinandekano and our deputy man to come from have come and prove it that you can trust Biafra to the last. Because my deputy man to come from said that he never allowed this platform to see corruption. And as I'm speaking with you, he still stand on that his word. So prove to the world that he cannot. Our people say that he want to dog, he give you a bad name. So that now, that bad name that has attached to their fans, those our leaders, they have come and removed that bad name. So I say, may God Almighty keep on sweating them wherever they are. And everyone that their fans that have sacrificed everything, sacrificable, even the people that have even used their life, and even used money, and even used anything, especially all of you in our media, because you people that want to be in this level that we are today, because the media is one that have been I say that is the one that have killed the zoo called Nigeria, that at Antipo Kadema. That's how you people have abandoned everything and stay in this gospel to make sure that we are up to this level that we are today. And I say that God Almighty provide every one of your needs, bless your family and your generation, and anything that people are looking, may God Almighty perfect in the name of Chukwukarama. I pray, he say. Yeah, watching it, I want to use this video before I start. Like this, my brother that just called last, please, I need his number. I'll chat you on WhatsApp after the call. I need his number. The last caller, not to call for. Are you with me? So that last caller. So and again, what we are saying now, I want to use this video part one information. We have to be very vigilant. We are now saying that the so-called Hausa Fulani, they have been committing us. And now, as I'm speaking with you, this thing I have been expecting it since last week. The rate of the so-called Hausa people that now trooping in, that is trooping in our land is much. And all of them are now, if we see a heavy trailer, they will load them up and load them with motorcycle, and they're now coming in our land to claim that they want to be a Okada rider or whatever. We have to place our people alert. I don't know where they are going, but our people have to be alert. This is what they have been doing in our land, and this Okada is what they will use and enter into all the villages and know all our corners, and I will know all our secrets and know everything about us. These people are 100% ready. And remember what we have said. We said 2020 is not a year that you will be playing, it's not a year of playing, but rather it's a year that you have to take what belongs to us, whether you like it or not. We have come out and we must get that thing that you are looking for, and that thing that you are looking for is Biafra, nothing else. Because most people have sacrificed their life for that we are on this stage that we are today. If Fatal will not take that Biafra this year, that means those people that have sacrificed everything they have sacrificed, they will not be happy for us. Because they sacrificed everything so that we can get that thing and make them proud. So that they can even be remember them in a better way. So my brothers and sisters, especially wherever you are, stand up and do the uniform. Tomorrow might be too late. We are now calling you, come and join the indigenous people of Biafra. This is only Savior. This is only Maker. What is that thing that you are still boasting of one Nigeria? What can they hear to you? Is it because of how they have starved your family? Is it because of how that they have killed your people? Is it because of how they have brought your mothers? Is it because of the lack of job opportunities that have created in you? What is that thing that you can use as stand to say that you are boasting of one Nigeria? You that call yourself a government worker, ordinary minimum wage, 30,000 naira. That you are begging that say that they will increase. You know that during the time of election, the promise you have in ahead that they will pay it. Election have finished now. They have ended election. They have sworn in. They said that December 31st. 31st have ended now. They have now used another one so that you laborers that you push your chairperson so that they go and have meeting with the so-called labor or whatever. And this is what you cannot get anything from them. They don't even care. Even the 20 that they are paying you, there's some people that are holding up to 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, and you are still for yourself in Nigeria. You can still die for Nigeria. You can still stand up and say that we are proud of one Nigeria. Why that you are hungry is even killing you. You that call yourself a student, you finish your education, you come back and beg your mother of a plate of food. Then you have to buy pure water, to buy soap, and you cannot even be ashamed of yourself. At the end of everything, enter into any type of business for you to eat food. You can go there, they will kill you, they waste your life. And this is what we are saying you that all these things will stop once we get our freedom. Know that Biafra is the giant of Africa. You have the head giant of Africa, but let me tell you, if Biafra come today, Biafra will be the giant of the whole world, not only Africa. Because this is what God might have in place in our Lord. And God that He ordained it have a meaning that it is one that He done it for us. Please, my people, stand up. Stand up because of one author, malite n'ọtọ ma iwu nke nwetara ka oke anyị nke mbụ bụ nke mma nke anyị ma nke anyị ihe na-emegide anyị ga-enye na-eme na alụba anyị ma iwu ike dị ma nwe ike na-emetụ m n'ezi n'obi. Look at ihe bụ ịga onye after tomorrow bloody Wednesday mmadụ na every blessed day otu a ga na-egburu mmadụ na this country ka na-ebe ọkụkọ ị nwere ike isi n'ọbụgị echi na owere ike ọ ga-agaghị abụ the victim ọ ga-agba nye ekite my doctor and let's do the needful. Here also, defend yourself, defend your land, especially my people in the Sukazis. We are saying it out with that number, Dikonu. Let me just give other people the chance. But ordinary radio is ordinary. Let's have radio in this Osuka land so that we can liberate our people. Because Osuka people, we are seeing a heavy darkness. We need to make them to start reading like a human being. Because this is the most dangerous place that we have. This is our gate. And if we allow our enemy to enter, our name will be sorry. And no matter anything, we will not allow them to enter. Let's stand up and just install radio in our land. It's not much. This is not something that only one person can even donate. So man, children of Dogena, remain blessed and may God bless you. Especially may God also bless Mark George Onibe. The man is really trying. I can't tell him Belile. Now there is no be on Manona Baragomba. Mana Chineke bụ onye na Chineke so ụjọ anaghị atụ ya maka na Chineke so ụjọ anaghị atụ ya ka Chukwu ka na-agọziri anyị ya ma Chukwu mere anyị ya ụgwọrụ mgbe eji eji n'aha Chukwu ka bịa ma and may bless man Chineke ọ dị ogena good evening all Biafra lovers of freedom Chukwu Joseph Onyechukwu sign up from here and may bless ndị ụmụ Chineke.
There. Thank you very much. Let's move to the next caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, good evening.
A great evening from here. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mazi. My name is Paul, calling from Libreville, Gabon, Mazi. Great evening from Libreville, Gabon. I'm very, very happy for the job people are doing for us. It's not easy. As I used to say, Biafra is here, no going back about it. If you can see what is going on around the world and inside the zoo, we know that Biafra is here. I'm calling all the whole Biafrans around the world, IPOB around the world. Everybody should rise up. Everybody should open his door because the spirit of Biafra is roaming around. You can see that no going back. Everybody, all those people who call themselves zoo, they are speaking around. They are speaking. They are beating around the bush anyway. If I may say, they are beating around the bush because what we need is Biafra. Anybody mentioning about the presidency from the zoo, it's like I don't know what to say. Anyway, they have to say what they have to say what they want to say. But what we need is Biafra. Biafra we must get. No going back about it. You can see what is going on. You see that God is the hand of God is what we are doing. There's no going back about it. God has already said that Biafra must be free this 2020. Nobody going back about it. What is going around the world, what the zoo are doing, Biafra is there already. And this evening, IPOB Libreville, Gabon, we have our meeting this evening. I'm sure that some of us know that this our meeting is this evening. So everybody should get ready. Any month from now, I'm sure people are there already. So those who have already forget our meeting must be there and make sure that we do everything we want to do and make sure that Biafra is restored. Wherever our leader is now, I know that the Chukwu Kabiama, the angels of the Lord have already surrendered him and given him wisdom for him to restore our nation. Biafra is here already. I don't have much to say. All I have to say is that all Biafrans, IPOB, especially Biafrans around the world, Biafrans in diaspora, must to stand up. Miracle is about to happen. That is what I want to say. Miracle is on the way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. Hello, Motherland, South Africa. We are reaching you live from Johannesburg. We are here to propagate the gospel. We are here to tell the people that still have their own thinking faculty to draw themselves away from this Holocaust, this evil forest called Nigeria, because it's not a country. It cannot be a country. When you see things that are going on in that area, in that dungeon called Nigeria, you can be able to ask yourself a question. Is it where you can live for your unborn generation? A place they kill people like goat. Even goat to have the way they kill goat, they respect goat. But for you that call yourself a human being, they use skin, they use stick, they use even wood against you. But the cattle, they normally use stick to control. They don't use it again on him. They don't use it again on it. They always use it on you. Because they are wearing the khaki color, they are wearing the army uniform, they are wearing whatever uniform. They went ahead and told you that they have removed the checking point. You see what makes me to be angry to people. This evil forest called Nigeria, the people always behave somehow. Where they're supposed to talk. Those that call themselves Nigeria, you know, they don't have mouth to talk. Where they're supposed to talk, they become magon. Those that call themselves Nigeria. They become fool. They cannot say anything. You cannot hear them utter any words concerning the atrocity that are happening against them. But if it's where they're not supposed, you hear themselves, ba, 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 ba. They got a mouth like a parrot. But where they're supposed to talk, they don't. Let's go to the caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Good evening, Mazi Chidera.
A great evening from here. Name and where you're calling from, please.
Mazi, this is Ezala Ifani. I'm calling from Indonesia. Indonesia. Ezala Ifani is from Isialambano province, Biafra land. Mazi, I want to appreciate you and every other IPOP member or the High Court. I want to tell you people that Biafra is here. We are going home. No matter what they try to do, they cannot stop us. I want to appreciate my able leader, Mazi Nnamdi, the only man that said, Father, send me, I will go. He has gone and he's coming back. Mazi is coming back in glory. I want all Biafrans to forget what the saboteurs are doing in our land. From A to Z, no matter how they fight us, no matter what they do, we should just leave them because I know the day of Biafran announcement, most of them will vanish from Biafra land. Most of them will not be complete to witness the Biafra existence. Most of them will go on stroke because they never wish Biafran land good, and Biafran land will never wish them good. We should not panic because of them. From A to Z, from Nyanwood, all the whole governors, any of them that have shed blood of innocent Biafrans, I tell you, the day Biafra will be announced, all of them, they will know that Biafra is a spirit. They cannot step their feet. Even those in abroad sabotaging Biafra, once they step their feet in Biafra land, the land of Biafra will reject them because they never accepted the land. That is what I want to say. So we should focus and know that we are going home. And I want to ask Okike to protect my able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okuchi Zitrekalo. I say God sent, God brought him for Biafrans. And I pray, I say, Chukwu Okike, if the age he wrote for the parents, they did not complete it because of the vampire zoo, the way they took their life untimely, I say, may Okike add his parents' age to his own age so that he will live to enjoy the fruit of his labor in Biafran land. Mazi, this is all I have to say. So we should not panic of those saboteurs in our land. No matter what they do, no matter how they tried, they cannot stop Biafra. Biafra is a spirit. Like I said, anybody who is born Biafra, once you heard Biafra, the spirit will possess you. The spirit must surely possess you. Leave those who are saying what is Biafra. Mazin and the Kali is trying to do pause with Biafra. Mazi, I joined Mosop when I was serving my master. I know how I went through before that selfish man betrayed us. When I saw my able leader, I said, this is the man God sent. My Mazi, we should all be rejoicing because the land of Biafra will reject every one of them who has one way or the other, both those in abroad, those in Biafra land, in anywhere you are, and you are talking against Biafra or my able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are not going to use our mere hands to kill you. On that day of Biafran announcement, you will see what will happen. Most of them will vanish. Some will go stroke, some will go blind. They will not see Biafra because they don't wish Biafra. They will not see Biafra because they don't accept Biafra. So Biafra will not accept them. So if we are thinking of them with our hands, we are wrong. The land of Biafra will fight his battle. Let us do the one we can do to restore our motherland and leave the rest for Biafran land to take off. We cannot do it by our power. Mazin Nandekali is not doing by himself. Something, spirit of Biafra, Okike is with him. He cannot do it alone. Wazirike tried and he failed. It's not an ordinary. Mazi, I want to tell Biafran that they have been hearing signs and wonders in the church and seeing it. But those things they are seeing in the church are not signs and wonders. They are arranges. But they will see what is signs and wonders when Biafra comes. That is how they will know what is signs and wonder. They will know that Biafra is not an ordinary. They will know that Biafra is something that is unimaginable. It's a spirit that no one can see nor control. So much I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate my apostle, Mazi George Onyibe. I appreciate him very much wherever he is. I say all who Biafra, all of us for freedom, you are worldwide, wherever you are. Be courageous. Don't give up. Because we are going home this 2020 and nothing will stop us. This is where I want to stop. Mazi, my name is Siriman Ezale Fine from Isialamba, not calling from Indonesia. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Biafra will hail you. Biafra will hail you. This is Radio Biafra. Hello, Motherland, South Africa. We still reaching you live from Johannesburg. We are not panicking. There is no panicking in our life. There is no panicking in our bone. There is no panicking in anything that concerns us. We know that we are doing the right thing. But one thing we must keep doing is to energize our energy. We must add fiber, we must add more power for in everything that we are doing. We must increase our evangelism system. We must increase the way we are doing things to bring this better ground down. This Holocaust called Nigeria, this zoo, this entity Obodume Kwensu called contraction called Nigeria. Nobody can stop the living nation. the country that Chukwokikabiama has already created before even the Britain that came and created the contraction called Nigeria. We exist. We are there. We are the owner of the land. No one can take it away from us. No one can deny us our own right. Is not something that you giving us. It's our birthright. It's who we are. Is where we bury our placenta because we are Biafra, and it's where we will die, it's where we will live, it's where our unborn generation will grow up and say, Daddy, Uncle, thank you for bringing me. Thank you for doing whatever you do to make sure that you restore the glory of mankind to ourselves. Thank you for all these things because you have changed black man in another way. You have made them to understand the glory of God in him, in them. We say, may Chukwokikabiama keep strengthening everyone that listening to us. We are coming, and we are here to take what belongs to us. No man can be able to take it away from us. No one can be able to remove it away from us because we are the owner of the land. We are the indigenous. We remain resolute. We remain firm. We remain unshakable regarding about our own identity. In case if the contraction call Nigeria, they must keep panicking because they don't know what they have brought to save. They don't understand where they are putting themselves. They cannot be able to understand what is coming after them. They think that we are miscreants. They can call us whatever name they choose, but we are going to show them what we made up. We are going to show them that we are not those things they think that we are. That is the only thing that you must keep doing. You know, when my leader was broadcasting, he refined us. He tried to remind us where we started. When they think that we cannot grow, when they think that we are miscreant, when they think that we are Okada rider, when they think that we are nobody, when they think that we cannot do it. But now, who is controlling the evil forest? Who is the one that making them to panic? Still you, the Okada rider, still you, the miscreant. Still you, the one that say that you are nobody. They are afraid of you. That is the thing that they must understand, that the hand of Chukwokikabiama is in this quest. They call you terrorist, but you remain a better terrorist that terrorizing the evil one. They are the real terrorist sponsor. Because of what they are, they want to label it to us. Because they are the jihadis, they are the criminal that are taking people's life. They are the one that condemning good thing that's supposed to come to the mankind. They open their mouth to yap. They open their mouth to bring the nemesis that are coming after them. They challenge the choosing one. They raise their hand to the one they're not supposed to raise their hand. Whenever you touch the people that Ekekeru were created, the Umuchineke, you bring more mayhem to your life, to your own thing that you are doing. In case if you don't understand, go and challenge, go and try it. You will see where you will find yourself. Let me take this call from WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me as a last call?
Hello, Mother Chidara. Good evening.
A great evening from here. Can you move away from your
Yeah,
listening
my
device,
name is.
please? I can hear myself on your background.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. My name is Mazi Uche Nwaeke. Uche Nwaeke is calling from Angola. Thanking God. Thank you to Kukai Biama for what you're doing to our struggle today. You know, a lot of people thinking that maybe we are just joking or we are just playing. But I thank God that Chukwuka Biama used our leader Mazin Namikalu, to destroy the zoo, because the zoo is fallen. I'm very happy for that. And also, I'm telling our brothers in Biafra land, if you know that you have any brother who stays outside the country, who are outside the country, who is not IPOB member, I encourage him. Like one of my friends here in Angola, or he meet me about earlier this week, asking me that they have a brother or a friend in the United States. But the young man said that before he can talk to him, let him go and join, let him for the Biafra struggle and join. IPOB to join. So the young man come and meet me and talk to me. So by grace of God, next week Monday we're having our meeting. So I'm taking to the meeting so that they can swear an oath and join us fully to become the full members of IPOB. And here in Angola, my brothers, we're having our meeting on Monday next week at Olobi restaurant. If you are living at Afokombe in Popular, you are living Gulf Dodge or Kalemba Dodge, anywhere within the areas of here in Rwanda, they have to come to the meeting. It's very, very important, because this our struggle is coming to end. And our leader have made it clear that it's only we can get this Biafra, no another person. So getting Biafra is within me and you. You cannot expect those criminals in Biafra, like those governors and those so-called stupid people to get Biafra. It's me and you. So I am telling you, if you know that you have two sort of Biafra man, you have to come and join us in the IPOB to become one of us. Like here in Angola, a lot of our Igbo people here, they are just lavishing. And they want Biafra. Instead of them to come out to come and they join and support with the little they have, they try to use it and they dream BS or carry women. You know, some of them don't even care. Some of them they're still talking about stupid one Nigeria, but I thank God what is happening in Nigeria. Look at all the way from Iran, they kill a human being, a criminal there. People in Jew country making protests, causing problem. I know that the handwork of God is here. His God is making things possible for we Biafrans. So I am telling you, if you know that you are anywhere in the world, anywhere in Africa, and you are Biafra man, look for your house IPOB to join. But this Biafra is for me and you. Or if you know that you are Biafra land, try and join IPOB. I always thought when I go, I say, my people, they're not in this all over the whole world. I want Mama people. People from Oru East, people from Oru West. I don't used to hear your voice. It's very, 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 very bad. Just few people come from Olozo. We have a lot of people in all those areas. They don't come make call. It's very, very bad. So my brother, I'm encouraging everybody. If you know that you don't have anywhere, you don't have any house, APOB, look for one and join. Every time our George Oyibe, great man, when every time he's making a progress, he will tell you, if you look for IPOB to join. Our leader said it, our deputy said it, and you also said it. Look for IPOB to join, but our people are very, very stubborn. They believe that they will go and sit down in their corner and drink their soup. After getting Biafra, they will now come and say, oh, we are the freedom fighters. You know, but I thank God today, like here in Angola, they always call me a Biafra man. Anywhere I go, Biafra man, Biafra man. I thank God. And I'm happy to answer that name. Both Angola people say, oh, you are Biafra. I say, yes. I'm very happy. So what I'm telling everybody is very, very important. Anywhere you are, try and belong. Please, my brothers here in Angola, I'm still saying it again. On Monday next week, we're having our meeting. And that meeting is crucial because it's the first meeting of the year. We have to start. There's no rest till we get to Biafra. It's very, very important. So, my brother, may Tuko bless you and bless your family. Bless our brothers who are also doing the progress, which is Mofo, deputy leader. Mazonibe, the man, once I hear his breakfast in the morning, I call it a breakfast. But what I heard the voice when I go to my business, this will be what I will be so happy.
And also, as I come back from my business, I'm hearing your voice. Also, I'm very happy. And if I go to my business, also, I'm listening to the radio Biafra because I have it. I have the satellite in my shop, and I have it in my house. So 24 hours I listen to radio Biafra. So make it to bless every one of you. The name of you just shall pray. Amen. Thank you, my brother.
Very much. Thank you very much. I say to that. This is Radio Biafra. Hello, Motherland, South Africa. We are reaching you live. This is where we will call it a day. I cannot be able to take another call. I will call it a day because we start exactly the normal time we're supposed to start. May Eke Kerowa keep strengthening everyone that have put effort regarding our quest of our freedom. Anyone, wherever you find yourself, you doing what you know how to do best to join the quest of our freedom. In case if your family, if your friends did not haven't joined, tell them to join because it's only help, it's only last hope they will have. It's only last hope they will have. They cannot get another hope except from this hollow platform. They cannot get anything they deserve except in this platform. Only in this platform they can be able to get whatever they need or they deserve or they can be able to achieve. Is only in this hollow platform because whenever your identity is at stake, if you did not be able to restore it, if you did not get it back, you cannot get a job, you cannot go to hospital, you cannot go to let me make it like this. If you lost your identity, if you lost your ID card, who you are, you cannot be able to get a free medication, free education, free everything you deserve to get free. You cannot even apply for work. You cannot get anything again. But if you hold and have who you are, you can get all these things. As long as you still mingle yourself with this very grand core Nigeria, there is no light on you, there is no good thing, there is no quality education. You can anyhow they like, they can use the stick they use to control their cattle because they are going to use it on you. They are going to use their AK-47 on you. They are going to treat you anyhow they like because there is nothing. You are not among them. You are not among them. You don't belong to there. Better you belong to where you belong, where you can be able to say enough is enough, enough of injustice, enough of this evil thing, enough of this no electricity, no road, because in Biafra you will see all those things. You will see hospital in your own doorstep, you will see a quality education in your doorstep, you will see everything you need. You know, when you go to school you get a stretcher free. Not in that dungeon called Nigeria. You don't see all those things. People get things. People get bursary free. People study for free. And not only when they finish, when they come out, they got a better job. They got a better job that will sustain them in life, that can make them to be who they're supposed to be, that can make them to drive anything they want to drive, they can make them to eat anything they want to, that can be able to make them to see themselves in a place they want to see themselves, but not in that dungeon, because it's not a country. That's one thing you must ask yourself. That's one thing you must be able to deliberate. That's one thing you must tell yourself and say, these people that call themselves governor around you, that call themselves elite, that whenever they're going with it 7 Jeep, 8 Jeep, they're making noise against you. Even they see your car, they break their side mirror, they do anything, they hit you, they do manner of. It doesn't work that way. Even president might pass here, you can't even know that president cross here. But their ordinary councillor is going, he's making a lot of noise, he's distracting people peace. It doesn't work that way. You saw another time, you saw the Prime Minister of England. He was riding his bike going home. But there they bring something else for you. They bring cage. They bring mayhem. They brought mayhem to you. That is what they brought to you. But in their own land, they're moving freely. No, they are not afraid of death. They are not afraid of hijacking. They are not afraid of kidnap. But they are the one that are using uniform, giving army uniform to hijack you, to do the criminal act, to steal from you, to stop you on the road, to do every evil thing you can imagine. It's not even stopped there. They brought their own brother to rape your mother, to rape everything, to rape your sister, to kill your brother, to kill anyone in their farmland. In every way they see somebody is single, they find somebody is alone, they want to kill him. Is that where you want to grow up your own new generation? If it's not, wake up, pick up your phone, call every family of your member. Tell them it's a time for all of us must join this quest of our freedom, so that we must go out from this evil forest, go out from death, go out from contraction, go out from this mess we find ourselves. Because we deserve a beautiful thing. Because you deserve a quality thing. Because you deserve a healthy life. Because you deserve electricity in your house. And stop being disturbed by noise of the generator or lister or whatever you call it. Let all of us do what we're supposed to do. And the one thing you must know, we are coming. We are coming. Whether you believe it or not, we are coming. Let's tell your brother, tell your neighbor that we are coming. I thank our great leader Mazin Namodekan because he says he's coming with hell. We are coming together with him. Thank you for listening to us in this evening edition. I still remain your humble servant, Mazi Chidera. I sign up from here.
Rising sound, every single day we keep rising up. No matter what they do, we are never giving up.